Why is my thing froze? All right, dude. No, very interesting. Yeah, I think it was announced when this article come out. I think it's recent. Spike Lee. I mean, yeah, this like a couple of days ago. Yep, 2 days ago. Spike Lee were appointed as ambassadors for African Americans in Benin. So yeah, like the live, y'all. Like the live. Like and share the live. What's up, Venus? What's up, 100? Whoever the president of Benin is, I guess whoever the president of Benin is, who's the president of Benin? I can just read ours. Speak Spike Lee news. Yeah, Spike Lee and his wife were named ambassadors. All right, blah 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 for African Americans in the U.S. He put a lot on Instagram. Yep, president. Yeah, president of Benin. Patrice Talon. Patrice Talon. He's the eighth president of Benin, who's been serving since 2016. I guess they're supposed to get us we're African. I guess. I guess Benin is opening the door for people to come in. So all skin folk and kin folk for sure. For sure. What's up, y'all? Nobody wants to live there anyway. Like, what's going on? Hold on, what they got going on in Benin? How is okay? Check off the Jop is from there. What's up, real woman? Real woman all body. What's up, Diamond? How is it in Benin? How is it in Benin? C3, how's your trip going? Oh, where you at, C3? Wait, what? Yeah, y'all can come up. If y'all want to share your thoughts, y'all can come up here. He's like, what? 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 I'm upset Spike Lee being the ambassador for, I don't know if I'm upset about, I mean, I don't know. I need more insight. I was about to say, I don't feel no way. Celebrities gonna do what they do. Celebrities are gonna do what they do. So I don't know. I don't look to celebrities as some. I don't look towards celebrities for anything inspirational. So years in Yucatan. So yeah, like that's on this. This is on par behavior for a celebrity. I'm not gonna lie. It like don't surprise me. So Bonita's in Africa. It's on the west coast. What's up, which yeah, it's on the west coast. The west coast of Africa. You're so what am I, a Z-list celebrity? Great to hear you deserve that trip for sure. Yeah. Glad to hear you are okay, yeah, for sure. But yeah, this is on par to be an ambassador somewhere. So He did turn up in the 70s for sure. Spike Lee, from Atlanta. From Atlanta, with the Morehouse in New York, NYU. So might have to look into his genealogy. Teaches his mom was a teacher and his dad was a musician. So why? He's a movie director, not a scientist, a doctor, or economist. You can't, huh? What's up, Tanya? I mean, Lady Locke. My bad. Background is too light colored. Background is too light colored. What's up, Native? Let me see. Let me turn my laptop brightness down so you can see that more. Yes, sir. Answer. All right, cool. Yeah, I turned my laptop. You can't read the chat. Okay. Yeah, can't read the chat. All right, it should be. All right, y'all should see it better now. Y'all should see it, but I turned my brightness down. Photo too light. I mean, let me see if there's a darker. Let me see if there's a darker article. Let me see if I can find a darker article. Spike Lee. Uh, Spike Lee. He's an ambassador. Y'all need glasses. I'm convinced a lot of people can't see, so but you can see the top, like they can't see the chat. Like the chat, I was about to say it's a newspaper article, it's gonna be light. It's not like it's coming from the Guardian or anything. MSN, you can see. They said the people are saying they can't see the chat. So who names Spike Lee? You don't know who Spike Lee is? You don't know who Spike Lee is? What's up, Wavy? Not for me. Wow, I know him. Like, yeah, Spike Lee's an ambassador, and his wife are ambassadors for Benin. Can't read the comments. I'll try to find another. I'll try to find a darker article, like you may find interesting. All right, this MSN one. Let's see how this works. This background works. Uh, all right, y'all should be able to see the chat now. All right, y'all can see the chat. Cool. All right. This dude is goofy. Spike Lee is a clown for this, for sure. How can you become the ambassador? Yeah. How you become the ambassador for YT Americans asking for a friend? I don't know. Is Benin accepting y'all? Uh, you can't believe. What does this mean? Benin's trying to get y'all to come to Benin. Benin is trying to get y'all to come to Benin. So boycott Spike Lee. I ain't watched the Spike Lee movie. So I don't even know. I don't watch movies like that. So whenever they appoint our people for ambassadors for us in America, I don't even remember the last Spike Lee movie. as an ambassador. Like they're like he's gonna be basically he's gonna be used to get quote unquote African Americans over to Benin. So they're trying to they're trying to roll out because they got 2063 is coming. 2063 they got like 40 years to build up Africa. Sam Jackson he better be working on reparations. Well. Might be working for the AU. Samuel Jackson is better than him. The mere fact they have regular ambassador and an AA ambassador. Find some African Americans. Right. Well, I guess Spike Lee's an African American, him and his wife. So I guess him and Spike Lee, not Spike Lee and his wife are African Americans. This is a 40-year plan. This came out. So that's been out since like 2015 or something. 2015 or something. Like the AU made that agenda around like 2015. So it's like a 50-year plan actually. What's up, Gerbil? So the agenda that's been out.
Hey Darvin, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. You?
I'm good. I'm just here for support.
All right, for sure.
Hey Darvin, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. You? We'll see. We'll see how this goes. We'll see if more people show up to Benin or not. I don't know. Like what? Setting up where African snap, I changed the tab. Change the tab on StreamYard, share this tab instead. Which so he's the ambassador. The ambassador means he's promoting being Benin for African Americans. That's what an ambassador is.
Oh, okay.
Like he's representing, which is false. So he's representing ambassador. Like he's representing. So
how can you be African American in Benin?
They're trying to get people to go over there. So folks that believe that they're descendants of Africans and that they come or whatever they believe that, they can come over there and get citizenship and all types of stuff. So it's got to fall. Like, it's not surprising this is announced after what the AU is doing. Benin is the only country where they resemble African Americans, I guess. I guess. But yeah, let's get the likes up, y'all. Let's get the likes up. Yeah, let's get the likes up, y'all. Let's get the likes up. Yeah, I got a couple cool backgrounds to use. So I got a flash goal. Yeah, I've been on Twitter stealing people's backgrounds. So yeah. The door of no return, slave port is there. Everybody want to sing our blues. Nobody want to live our blues. The show. Anybody can come up. How y'all feel about this? Y'all can express how y'all feel about it.
Like they would send a celebrity when they see us all talking about this on like social media. They would send a celebrity to enact their goals. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Do they speak English? I mean, I would assume they speak English in Benin if they got Spike Lee as an ambassador. You know.
I finally got banned. I'm finally not banned. I got my
Oh,
account back.
nice, nice.
I mean, I don't know. I felt like I've been saying, but I didn't realize they had like a 40-year plan. So I mean, this is something they're being meticulous and strategic about. Um, and I just made a video. Like I don't call myself an FBA, but I definitely am going to advocate for any kind of I can't say the word delin
Delineation.
yes. I'm going to advocate for that all 40 years. I'm going to be like 60 or whatever, 50 years old with my cane advocating against it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, yeah, it's like, yeah, delineation ain't just like an FBA thing. Like us as Americans got to delineate like, who we are, against other folks. Like show some ethnic or cultural pride and things like that. Dr. Umar bank accounts are frozen. He is broke now. Why ain't Dr. Umar an ambassador nowhere? You would think they'll pull up like Dr. Umar or somebody.
Don't nobody take him seriously. I'm so with that school you're supposed to make him Philly.
Yeah, that's probably
That's
yeah, he is.
true.
That's true. I was
Yeah,
about you
nobody.
would think they would hit up like a Dr. Umar or like I don't know Baba Kamine or you know to be an ambassador. Nah, I guess money talks, right? So he does have Spike Lee will have more money than them, so and more influence, I guess, on black people. So
I don't know. I mean, I really think a lot of it. I mean, not that we should worry about celebrities, but I mean, they do have a certain amount of influence, especially on like the younger generation. So I'm just hoping like a lot of major celebrities aren't going to fall for this whole Pan African we are one um movement.
I noticed that a lot of Africans, they like to play victim as if they didn't start this whole fight, but they started this, but they
Oh,
playing victim.
so this bring me. I brought this up at another panel because I was saying, because I like to sit back and observe, and I was saying, so don't you know how like you guys are familiar what's happening with the whole Israel and Palestine conflict, and how Israel is the obvious aggressor. Like what they're doing is like ethnic cleansing. They're completely trying to wipe out the Palestinians, right? But whenever you challenge them on that, they like to bring up I don't know if I can say the H word from what happened in the 40s, World War
yeah,
II. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So they try to bring up that, and they always try to play this kind of like victim card with saying like, oh, throughout history we've been disenfranchised, so don't pay attention to the bad that we're trying to do because we have this victim card. And I feel like that's um, the same way Africans function. Because when I'm on these panels, especially with other Pan African Black Americans, they can say crazy stuff about us, but when I start mentioning to them, giving them the same like the same fire back, then it's like, oh, why would you say that? That's the same thing white tea people say about them. You're just part of the problem and stuff like that. So they get to have this image as the perpetual victim while doing harm.
they're doing it. I was about to say. I was about to say. I mean, it's not surprising that Nigerians are getting kicked out like another group of people out of country like another group of people were. So, oh well, oh well. What's up? Like, yeah, tap the screen. Y'all let's get to 10,000 likes. Yeah, like and share the live. Let's get people in here. You had this conversation. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling about Spike Lee being in the back? Y'all going? Does make y'all want to go to Benin? Just making y'all want to go to Benin?
I don't even know where that is. I'm not going to lie. If I don't, is it in West Africa? Is it like Central?
It's either West or Central Africa. I don't know.
Either way, I don't want to go there. Like the only place, and this sounds bad because I mean they're a white tea majority, but I mean the only place I think I'll probably go to and get and I might sound ignorant, but get somewhat of that kind of like first world experience that I feel here in America is probably South Africa. But I still ain't moving there. I'll visit.
I don't think they even want to visit, to be honest, because they don't treat Americans very kindly. as much as the love and all, oh, I love y'all that they want to bring, they don't treat us very kindly. We end up being, napped and victims like that in their countries.
I took a screenshot because sometimes I'll like listen in on so not the like contentious ones, but the panels where like people from different African countries or tribes are just talking amongst each other, and I like hear them go at it. Um, and I like pick up little things that they're like, oh, well, your leader was just found out doing this, or they're like, oh, well, you're Igbo, so we know you do that. Oh, but you're Yoruba, about like the crazy inner fighting that they have, like they're bringing that over here, but they come to us with some like, guys, we're all one. We're we're all brothers. And it's like y'all don't even believe that.
Right. They still have wars in between. I'm sorry. They still have WARS in between each other. They still have those things going on. They still have, SLAVE with each other too in different countries, like Libya, stuff like that. Like, it's not no kumbaya over there. Like they try to make us think.
Kind of stories. Wait, hold on. Let me see if I can. Um, all right. And I don't care what they try to say. This is just one story of like hundreds of them trying to do everything they can to get out their country. Like this was three Nigerians who dressed up as Dubai women to try to sneak into Dubai, and they were caught.
Uh, Interesting.
That shit was get married, take country, dressing. There it's wild. They're trying to do everything to get out of there. I think some countries are even not doing business with Nigeria because something about their payment system has been found to have be like fraudulent. So like they're tending to send money, but they're actually not sending money for things. So like people aren't doing businesses with Nigeria. Nigerians are getting kicked out of places. The president or a leader in Ghana was just arrested, and I brought this up on another panel I was at because they like to pretend like they're all doctors and whatever. But one of the leaders in Ghana was just arrested in Sydney, Australia, for schmug trafficking and being like a kingpin in over in like over in Sydney, Australia. So that like when we want to talk about crime, because they always try to bring up crime in the Black community. Their crime is worldwide and global.
Yes, absolutely. And they get together with the YT to do these crimes, like you said, is global, which to me that is really sick.
Yeah. And I think I think we talked about it just before, but with them adding Black Americans as like the sixth region, so they can. So I think the goal or something. I was talking about this with one guy. We was going back and forth. He claims to be a Black American, but he like lives overseas. I think he might be like his dad's from somewhere, but his mom's Black. But he's for he's African everything. So he was saying how when I told him how adding us as a sixth region in the AU, it doesn't really benefit us because all they want to do is suck our money. Like they want to use our buying power and stuff. I think this is something that Darvin said too. Like that they want to use our buying power to help enhance their countries. And I think his reply, he didn't even address my point. His only reply is, well, of course they want to have Black Americans invest their money in Africa because they don't know what they're doing with their money in America. They spend it on Jordans, they spend it on this and that. They don't know how to invest. They don't know how to do this. So Africa's trying to teach Black Americans
Oh, brother.
how to use how to use their money and invest in their money and not give it to YT companies. And everybody on the panel ain't say nothing about what he said. They were cool with that. They were cool with that little disrespect.
That's crazy. But yeah, sorry, y'all. Oh, crab cake subs? Nah, I ain't having no hack.
That kind of
Some
sounds
Maryland. That's some Maryland shit for you right there.
good.
But yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
Like we don't know how to spend our money, but so Africans gonna teach us how to spend. Like what? What they gonna spend it on? But nah. Like what are they gonna spend it on? Like
Right.
Africans come over here, like yo, they buying, they getting sent over like O2 jerseys and stuff, like Allen
Yeah.
Iverson jersey, but they trying to be flashy like us over there. That's
Exactly.
crazy.
And then he got mad because, of course, so when I responded, I was just like, no, I was like, no person with any kind of business sense is going to invest in a third world country whose infrastructure isn't even built up. Maybe there are places in Nigeria that might have some tech firms or something, but as a majority, Africa doesn't have an infrastructure, any kind of business venture for us to be even worth like investing in. Then the panel went into a scream. Then they went into like a frenzy. They were just like, "Oh, you black, you. This is what we talk about the disrespect. You don't know what we have in Africa." I was just like, "All right." Like I can feel their veins coming out their forehead.
Yes, get upset and play victim. That's what they do on every panel.
Yeah, they want to tell us to come. So somebody on YouTube, they want to tell us to come to Africa, but Africans want to stay here. Like, oh, we're getting money for our country, but y'all don't leave. You know?
And it's not like and I said this, it wasn't true, but it was really getting on my nerves. So I was just trying to get under their skin because I was telling him how I do recruiting, and I was like, yeah. So just so y'all know, when I call it the HBCUs, I make sure that I prioritize Black Americans. If I see an African name, I throw that resume out. Yo, they was on fire.
Mm-hmm.
I'm weak.
And anybody listening, no, I don't do that. You don't need to dox me. I don't do that. So
Yeah. How you doing, Kay?
Malaysia, how you doing?
Malaysia. All right. What's up?
What y'all was saying about? I just came in on a button. What y'all was
We
speaking
just
on about Africa?
we just talking about it's in general with the topic how they're trying to get convince people to go over there and tap into the funds of Black Americans.
I ain't going.
But you saying, yeah. First of all, where you from? What's your ethnicity?
South Carolina, non-white American.
Non-white American. YT. You gotta say YT.
Non-whitey American.
that could be like a ton of different things.
Oh.
All right. But yeah, you said you're not.
I wouldn't call. I'm not black. Black is a color, so I wouldn't call myself a Black American.
Are you indigenous?
Yeah, I'm indigenous to everywhere.
Okay. All right.
Right, that's non-white is indigenous to anywhere.
All right. But yeah, how you feel about the topic?
Who's trying to get us to go back to Africa? I'm not. I don't see what's going on. I never seen this topic.
Well, Spike Lee, according to this article, him and his wife just got appointed as ambassadors for Benin for African Americans.
Mm. Yeah, I'm not going back to Africa. I don't have any roots tied to Africa. I don't think that we came over here on no slave ships. That's not true. We became prisoners of war. And this is the reason why that we're in the predicament that we're in, because we integrated into these people's systems.
See, there we go. You should have led with that.
For sure. For sure.
I think the fight shouldn't be for integration. The fight should be for independence.
I agree. You from the Low Country? Or you from
No, my family's from South Carolina. My grandma migrated to New Jersey. I'm in New Jersey at the moment.
Okay, you're in New Jersey. Okay. Joyzy. Well, what's up, Fox?
Yeah, how you doing?
What's going on? Where you from? What's your ethnicity?
I'm from Georgia. And what was that last part?
What's your ethnicity?
Oh, Black American.
All right. How you feel about the Spike Lee being appointed as an ambassador in Benin?
I would have chose Ethiopia over Benin, but not for the reasons y'all think.
Oh, you want the women in Ethiopia?
Nah. It's just because Ethiopia is like, I guess, one of really just the only nations that didn't get too caught up in the colonization. So I mean, you got more of a standing footing to really build like Black utopia over there in reality. But I mean, hey, it is what it is for everybody else over here. I think these people are just too entrenched over here, personally.
They're too attached, you said?
Not too entrenched. White people are way too entrenched in here for any real like revolution to happen without no allies. To be real, they outnumbered in the nation and they control all of the infrastructure. So I mean, might as well go to where we got other Black people at.
You said that
Not Black
we're
American.
outnumbered.
Oh, for sure.
So you believe the
Sure.
numbers that you believe the numbers that the same white people you're talking about made up, right?
Globally, no. They're outnumbered.
Oh no, I'm talking about America.
Oh, here, yeah, for sure.
Why do you think that? Because they told you, right?
No, I think we're highly concentrated in the South, but I think nationwide we are not that spread out. I think we're very concentrated in the South.
But don't you think the enemy would tell you that it's less of you, so you won't have a revolution?
Particularly, no, because Haiti was outnumbered.
Right. So if Haiti was outnumbered and they had a revolution, why do you think we can't have a revolution? If we go with the fact that you're saying there is less of us than them.
They had allies. We have no allies currently.
What do you mean by allies? They have allies. Where?
The allies. They had the Polish that helped them. They had quite literally other slaves coming from just across the island to help. I mean, literally. We just need somebody to actually help with the revolution. We don't currently have a reliable partner to do so, at least in my opinion, from a strategic standpoint.
You don't think with the amount of different minorities within America, the fact that we have a common goal to overcome white supremacy combined, you don't think that's enough people to overtake it strategically?
Personally, I don't believe a lot of minorities really rock with us like that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You said what?
I don't believe a lot of minorities.
He didn't say you was a minority. He never said that.
I don't believe a lot of minorities rock with us, to be completely honest with you.
Right. So I don't think, and I say this with, so it's two heads of the same coin. So I say this to certain when I talk about Africans. So I feel like because we have a common enemy, that doesn't make us that doesn't make them our brother. But when I talk about how it functions in America, I do think that with having a common enemy of white supremacy and how that being overthrown can benefit a vast majority of minorities. I think that combined can be enough to help with the mission of slowly dismantling them.
Oh, for sure. I get the whole premise of the enemy and my enemy is my friend. Sure. That could work. I'm just looking at it from the way how politics are moving right now. Most other minorities are not really walking with us politically. So, I mean, what makes you think they will rock with us interpersonally? That
when you say most, you mean like the Latinos?
Yeah, the second largest minority isn't really rocking with us like that. Asians are not that much of a factor to really help us when it comes to population.
The Latinos that they show on the news and stuff, those are not our people. And they show those Latinos as a way of mind control as well, to make us think that we're outnumbered. It's all mind control, really.
Right, because if you look at I'm sorry, Gerbil.
No, go ahead. You go ahead.
So like if you look at just within the last political election, like the exit poll numbers and the breakdown in regions. So like when we talk about LA and the Mexican community out there, surprisingly, 75 to 78% of them actually did vote for Kamala. So when we talk about the Latino community, we're talking about white Latinos that fall under like Venezuela, Cuban, and people like that. So I think people discount melanated people within the Latino community that did kind of vote alongside of us.
I wasn't necessarily just considering the Black American in that case. I understand we do have more Afro Hispanics, Afro Latinos, Afro Asiatics, et cetera, et cetera. I didn't.
It's definitely more of us than them.
You all seem to be very firm that there are more of us than them. I'm not sure myself.
Where are you from?
I'm from Georgia.
And you're from Georgia. You think that it's not? Wow.
I'm from South Georgia, so I mean, I see a good bit of white
To
people
be
and black
from
people
Georgia
everywhere.
and think that we are outnumbered
He's crazy.
by the
Probably
white
not in the city centers.
Yeah.
I'm in the
So
sticks, bro.
We're everywhere.
I'm in
Like,
the
what?
sticks, dog. I see white
So
people. and black
I will
people every
say,
day.
so I don't wholeheartedly, I don't agree and disagree. So I think, so I, like the middle America is a very large part, and I think that's where the large majority of concentration of like where white tea people live that don't really have that many other people of color in there. But even that being said, if we don't, if I don't personally believe that they outnumber us, but I do believe the number proportionally is very, very close.
Okay. Yeah, because you all seem rather firm that we are outnumbered, and I would like to get to that point. I want to see what y'all know that I may not, and I'm being genuine about that. If y'all got any information about that, let me know.
Their fertility rates are down and always been down.
Well, that's true.
So, and we were here first. There's no way that they could have wiped the whole United States out of us. There was no way possible. Only thing they could do is change our names, reclassify us. They couldn't wipe us all out.
Likely high, y'all. Let's get up to 20,000.
I'm gonna be honest, Fox. You sound a little defeated. I think you need to move out them sticks.
Personally, I'm just waiting for it to fall. To be honest, man.
You need to get those sticks because those sticks got your head kind of.
I'm just waiting for it to fall. Personally, I see where it's tipping right now. It's gonna fall eventually.
Like what's gonna fall?
Oh, yes, it's always gonna fall.
Oh yeah,
every dynasty
their grip is gonna collapse without question.
Yeah, dynasties doesn't last that long.
Yeah,
but we need people like you to realize that they never had a dynasty to begin with. It was all manipulation. And like she said, brainwash. You're brainwashed to believe that there's more of them than you. When you see more black people down there, where you at?
Nah, but
They're unpopulated. They're unpopulated.
In Bullock County, I'll probably see more white people than I see black people. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You gotta get out there.
Right now, it's hard to make. I mean, I'm not sure about the argument that there's more of us, but I think by 2040 or 2030, we're not 2030. 20, you know what I mean? Within the next 10 or 15 years, they're going to drop even drastically. Like the tipping scale is not going in their favor as time progresses.
Yeah, I see. I know about the statistics. Their fertility rates are down, so they're trying to do as much as they possibly can to reproduce, and they're failing. I mean, you know, where are y'all really getting the firm standing on what the numbers are, at least, or at
They
least
don't count us on the census record. Like most of us, a lot of us ain't taking the census. And then if they were the majority, they wouldn't have to classify Latinos, Arabs, North Africans as white people. Like,
all right.
That's what I was about to say, Darvin. Yeah, they classify other minorities to make them look like they're the majority.
and there'd be some East Africans classified as white too, and some more.
Makes sense.
Yeah, like that one dude that's on here, like with what's his name, Kofi. He's classified as white and he's mugshot. So
Right.
Joselyn Hernandez, she Caribbean, like he's classified as white.
They classify Caribbeans as white people.
The Latinos, sure, yeah, not no Haitian or Jamaican, they not, but yeah.
What about the Puerto Rican?
Depends. It depends. I think Joselyn Hernandez, Puerto Rican, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause
she's classified as YT.
So what?
Yeah. Her mugshot, yeah.
Yeah. All right, shit. Learned something new today. Yeah. Damn, as black as you and me. I think she classified YT.
I will say though, I follow her, but every time she's talked about herself, she's always called herself black, but how they do it, they'll classify you as they want.
What's up, niggas?
Numbers.
What?
They kind of do that to help.
All right, get out of here. Like, come on.
Get your whack ass out of here.
Like, yeah, whack as hell.
Well, I was listening to the homie. What happened?
No, this dude came up said the hard R.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Some
why
of
this
the
app
Africans come up here and classify as the YT.
Okay. Then I get the idea on that. Then if the yeah, I get it. The numbers are skewed. I get that. Well, not skewed, misconstrued. There we go. Better word. Misconstrued.
Yes. I mean, do they
Oh no, I think Polynesians their own thing, bro.
No, they got their own classification.
Yeah, I think Polynesians their own thing. I don't necessarily think Polynesian like they.
I know I say
They
Asian,
think they
but
own.
I mean them too.
I think they own. I think they're their own people. Polynesians specifically. Like we share some stuff, but I don't think we really kin the Polynesians. So I think they're their own separate people, and I think they're too different from the white T to be classified as the white T. So I don't think the white T gonna really put them in there as well, because it wouldn't look right and it would mess up. It would, well, at least in my mind, it would mess up any manipulation possible trying to,
I'll be back.
By throwing, Samoans in there.
Wait, I think Darvin, I don't think Gerbil, are you? I'm not sure if this account is mod.
I don't have a mod, so I wouldn't be able to control anything.
Nope. You're going rogue. Wait, I think I can come in on my iPad on my other account. So, Fox, have you traced your lineage at all? Like how long your family has been in Georgia?
I have not did a genealogy, but I know my family does not originate from Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah, my family come from the Carolinas, and my mother's side, if I'm not mistaken, comes from Massachusetts, at least as far as the earliest ancestor I know of. But I haven't done genealogy.
Okay. Yeah, my family's from
Family comes the earliest ancestor.
Okay. Yeah, my Philly in the 60s. I think the 50s. One of those.
I get you. That ain't too bad. City of brotherly love, man. So, Gerbil, you Haitian?
F.
That ain't too bad. You been to the island?
Oh, my father is from Haiti.
What do you speak? You speak Creole or anything? Well, I'm not sure if that's the official language, but
I can speak it a little bit. I understand it more.
that's cool. So I'm assuming probably from Florida or Georgia, maybe South Carolina.
My father is from North Carolina, and his father is from, I think, his father's from Louisiana. He's part of the Natchez tribe.
That ain't bad at all. It's nice there. I didn't mean to derail the conversation, though.
I know you're good. It's an open panel, so whatever you want to talk about, how you feel. Do you have any opinions? Do you have any opinions on I don't know if you're aware of like the diaspora war and things like that. Your opinions on what do you think we should? I mean, earlier you said that you were okay with moving over to Africa, so I was wondering how you feel about the whole like African unity, PanAfricanism. Do you think it's a benefit to us? Do you think it works against us? Like,
Well, I do see pros and cons. There are some people over in the continent in the East that have historically tried to help, and those that have belittled and bickered against this, those that have treated us wrong, and they migrate over here or we go over there. And I think, given the way the continent's kind of building itself up right now, got your Burkina Faso's, got your Mali's, got your Niger's, still got Ethiopia. I'm gonna hinge on Ethiopia a lot. I'm pretty much an Ethiopia fanboy over here. Love them people, man. But I think just given what's happening over there, there's revolution going on over there. Real revolution. They just talk. They're really getting out in the field. They actually have some. They got momentum, is what I'll say. You know. So, and I always like to see Black liberation in general. I like to see Black liberation happening. I love that they're kicking out the French. You know, it's been a long time coming for them. I think more or less it could benefit us. I think it would just have to. It would take a lot of open and honest conversation to happen, and ego would have to be put to the side in the best interest of liberation, economically, physically, spiritually, and personally amongst one another, to really build anything significant for the Black American. Since we are, in our own right, our own people.
I mean, okay. But how much as far as like your personal like lived experience, I understand what you're saying about maybe historically some countries may have like granted us amnesty and things like that. But do you have any firsthand experience with different people who are immigrants from other places, and have you been in discourse with them about certain things?
Personally, not in real time. I've only ever really had discourse recently on TikTok. Africans get a little too chippy at the mouth. You know, thinking they could really son a Black American or really, try and pull the elder card or, state that Black Americans are not educated about themselves. They don't know who they are, pretending FBA. Well, I've had my different thoughts about FBA, but it's still a valid thing. There are actual foundational Black Americans that are native from this land, without questioning. Those people are valid.
I don't know. I think my issue is I used to be very like I consider myself a humanitarian. So I'm also familiar with the African continent and things that they're going through and things like that. But my lived experience with them, especially so much online where you can actually talk about topics and get an idea of how they think and stuff, it hasn't been a good one. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like I don't know if you need to go on different, maybe browse around, join some of the panels, ask them, or get a feeling of how they think about our culture or lack thereof. I think you might come to a little bit better understanding why certain people like myself don't believe in any kind of Pan-African like unity. I mean, I don't wish them harm. Like I just don't care what happens over there. But yeah, I don't know. I can't rock with people who disrespect my culture. So
I've seen it from both sides of the aisle, both sides of the spectrum. With it, yeah, I ain't really the type to box everybody in like that. So I mean, I leave it alone. It's a vast continent, People in the South, they don't rock with us. People in the West, they think they can son us. People in the East, they don't really dislike the Black American, as far as I know. And North Africans, so they don't like Black.
Yo, what's up, Marcy? I'm just coming back, yo. What's up?
Darvin, this is my account. I don't know if like you added the mod to the one
Oh
account.
yeah, let me bring that. Yeah, let me get mod to that this account since you back.
Yeah, you can ignore the other one.
All right, for sure. Manage.
So how do you guys on this panel identify?
I'm American Indian.
I personally, I'd say Black American, but I do claim I do.
Yeah, where are you from? What's your ethnicity?
I'm Fulani and Yoruba.
Fulani Yoruba. Okay. How do you feel about Spike Lee being an ambassador in Benin?
I don't feel any way. He's a ambassador for African Americans, no?
Yeah, yeah.
So that's a good thing. I mean, a lot of countries have been appointing people because ultimately they want to I think either they want to or they have added Black Americans, or given a seat to Black Americans in the, what do you call that thing? African Union.
The AU.
The African Union.
Black Americans, we're indigenous.
Hold on. Just hold on, just let her land.
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, to the African Union. But I was listening in. I mean, I'm so confused. Sounds like a man. What does that have to do with the topic? I'm very lost. But
Well, I just got back, so
no, I'm talking about the people in the comments. Like that has nothing to do with the topic. But yes, so what I was saying, I was listening in and hearing what Native had to say and Fox's responses, and one thing I wanted to add in is in Africa, the continent, there's over 3,000 ethnic groups, right? Imagine if Black Americans today all lived in Africa, that'll be 3001. My point in saying this, how different you are from how you see like continental Africans is how different continental Africans are to each other. You cannot ask me to name 5 different ethnicities in Africa before I moved to America because I could care less about anything that was not, well, not care less, but I did not have this emphasis on, because I'm from the continent, I have to know everything about the continent. I have to know everyone in the continent. But a lot of times when I see non-continental Africans speak about Africa, they don't just speak, well, aside from the continent aspect, it's like everyone is always grouped in. And then whenever you tell people this, they always throw it back and say, well, we don't care to ask, da 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 da. But I'm like, these things are very important because we never have conversations with you guys and say, oh, the whole North America, right? America, the United States of America, the country, if people are talking about Black Americans, they always specify Black Americans. If people are speaking about Jamaicans, and this even goes for Caribbean people, I think they also do this as well. But when they're speaking about one country from their own region, they specify the country. But for some reason, everyone always, oh, you have this experience with this one person from God knows where, Zimbabwe. And then all of a sudden, oh, Africans think this. No, I don't know jack about where that person comes from, what they do, what they get up to. Y'all, I feel like a lot of people engage with xenophobic side of TikTok and then make that seem like the reality. Every other live on this panel is always FBA, but not even just FBA, the ones talking about, oh, Africans are this, Africans are that. They have that one picture of that one, I think he's from South Sudan or something. They pick a random picture of someone from South Sudan,
like
put
the
it as
live,
their
yeah.
put it as their profile picture and like make fun of how people look like and all these colorists and whatever stuff. So I'm just like, at the end of the day, it goes both ways, but both ways in a side that is very minimal because in the real world, well, unless maybe they're not telling me, I never heard of African American or Jamaican or Trinidadian or Zimbabwean or any Black diaspora person that has such hate like I see on the internet.
All right, so go ahead, Native.
So I guess I'll make it quick. Just a few things. So I know. So you said so 2 things. But the first thing you said was, when you're thinking about moving to a new country, a new continent, you don't research, you don't care about the different ethnicities and things that are happening in that country. I'm assuming that you come from. So you said you don't research different ethnicities of the continent that you're going to.
That's
right?
not what I said. I said I said when I was growing up, because I didn't grow up in America, I could care less to know, like I didn't know about I couldn't even name 5 ethnicities within my own country. That's what I said.
Right, and you also said you don't. And you said you don't care to.
Yes, within my own country. I'm not from here. I'm Nigerian.
Right. So I mean, I would assume if you don't care to learn about people in your own continent,
Well,
then,
when I say don't care to, it was like you don't see all these people all the time. My whole point was to talk about how different everyone is. There's 3,000 plus ethnicities. Like everyone would not like this experience that people I think people envision Africans in a certain way that like, oh, as a whole continent, you guys all know each other, you guys all move together in one, which is what I was
No,
trying
but
to
you all
display
act the
with my
same, so
point.
there's no
Okay.
need to specify.
So I would say that. So
Um,
just in response
yeah.
to that, so I think so. A great thing about social media, especially places like TikTok, is because you can talk to so many different people. So I don't base my analysis off of maybe one or two conversations I've had from someone from a country. I've had hundreds of conversations from people from many different tribes, many different places within Africa, and there is a common consensus as to how they feel about Black Americans either not having a culture or bringing out baby mama drama or saying we're incarcerated or things like that. So I'm not just kind of pulling this out of thin air, and I think it's reasonably to deduce that if you're having hundreds of conversations from different people within different places in Africa, that can be a common consensus within Africa among a large majority of that population. And it's not both sides because we don't have in America as much contention as there is, there's not a cultural mindset in Black Americans as to where like, oh, don't intermarry with Africans because X, Y, and Z. Yeah, there may have been some words that were thrown around, maybe in high school, things like that, that weren't okay. But in Africa, again, in many different places, there's a cultural consensus is if you come to America and you date or marry a Black American, you are dating and marrying down. That's the difference.
I don't completely agree because in as far as it goes, right, with every specific ethnicity, I don't know if you guys are on the African continent side of TikTok, you would see two people from two different cultures from the same country get married. It's an issue because again, not all the time, of course, but you would see the comment section. Oh, why are you marrying some? Why are you da 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 stealing all our men? Da 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 stealing all our women. All these things happen. It's not a African versus America thing because again, even growing up on the continent of Africa, Black Americans are not a huge talking point because majority of people, right? I'm not talking about people in the cities because most of the Africans y'all always interact with are people that have been in proximity with Black Americans some way or some form.
You just said that you're not in much
Hold on,
proximity with the people in your own.
most Africans have not even met five other ethnicities from their own country, let alone knowing
Well,
about
you
Black
just said that
Americans.
you didn't, and you're making a synopsis on all of that. I would
I
trust his opinion more so than I would yours.
what did I say about um I'm not being disingenuous because just like
I
how
think
you
you
named
are.
your
I think you are.
native, just like how you named your experience,
You
right?
just said you wouldn't even
Hold
want to
on,
know.
can I finish?
Okay,
My
whatever.
my experience has not been the same
Oh,
as
wow.
yours on the receiving end because you have just said that like there's not this cultural thing of don't get with an African, this is that the third, and then you
If you
deduce it
don't
to
know
like
them all, how can you speak for them all now?
oh my gosh.
So I mean, but even by your own words, if that is true with people within the African continent having issues with among themselves, to bring that tribal mindset over and to say, don't date a Black American that is anti-Black American and that is antithetical to the movement of Black progression that we're trying to do here in America. So it's a tribalism that's the issue.
The people who say that, I'm not saying I agree with them. That's not a point that I would ever agree with.
Well, you
I
lost
I
your
agree with
talking
you.
point as far as I'm concerned.
What about my talking point? I'm confused.
You lost it already. You just said you didn't care about what the other percentage out there said
Now,
or
when
did
I was
or
growing up, I live in America now. Like this was almost 10 years ago when I was a child. Like I know about other African
but you're
ethnicities.
speaking as an adult now.
Maybe you weren't here. My whole point was when I was growing up, I didn't even know I could not name you five ethnicities in my country. That's what I said. I don't know when you came in, but that's what I led with. But either way, to your let me just finish with Native's point. To your response to me, right? Another thing you added was here in America, there's not this like idea of like, oh, don't marry a African person, so and so on and so forth. But I wouldn't say that's generally true about everyone. Because again, we forget that although you might share an ethnicity with someone, every household is different. every single household is different. And all this, like, oh, like things that were said in high school, it did not just stop in high school. Like, literally, not even 5 weeks ago at my job, I had my coworker, love her down, but it was a very weird comment asking me if we eat spoiled food in my country and jump on trees, like things like that. Like, this thing does not stop years
she
ago.
didn't.
This is, sir, sir. No, she didn't. Right? I literally recorded a video. Let me play it because I'm not.
Actually, it is generally true because most of our elders don't even know what Africa exists. They just started learning Africa exists in the last 2 years.
All right.
So,
Because one thing about it, it never gave liar. I secretly recorded that.
I don't understand how our elders could be telling us not to date y'all when most of our elders don't even know what Africa is. So,
Are you downplaying our elders' intelligence? 'Cause I'm pretty sure most of our grandparents know about the African continent.
no, they don't.
They know.
I don't know what your
No,
nationality
they
is.
don't.
Just saying.
The only reason why my mom even knew
what.
the only reason why my mom even knew what Africa was is because she's in the military and she had to live in Iraq. And
What's
she
your
had to
nationality? I don't even know your
she had to
nationality.
talk to African people in the military. That is the only reason why my people knew what Africa was. But my grandparents, my great grandparents, they don't know what the fuck Africa is. They didn't learn that until Obama got in office.
What is your nationality though?
I, as a
She's
Black American, have
American.
great grandparents.
Why are you asking what my
and
nationality is? What?
grandparents.
Because I can. You don't tell me how to talk.
Oh, you talking to me?
Okay, watch this.
Wait,
Now
ma'am.
talk in the comments. How about that?
Uh-oh.
I was trying to
Talk in the comments. With your
Native.
musty ass. How about that?
Native, I want to ask you something. So
Anyways.
also, hi C3. I've spoken to you before. Hello, long time. I hope you're well. Native, to your point, right, about how you just generalized the experience of Black Americans. Did you just see, even you disagreed with Venus's expression right now about not knowing about Africans and stuff like that? Because again, every household is
Okay, well, that
different.
man's probably African. That's why his people know about Africa because he's
That was
African.
I'm
that
a
was
Black
toxic.
American.
Because I don't descend from Africa. My people told me I don't descend. We didn't speak about Africa growing up. My people did
Native,
not
I
know
want
what
to know what
Africa
you have to
was
say now.
until Obama got in office because he was the first African in office. So that man's probably African down there.
Host, please tell you.
Ain't no Americans talking about
You
ain't
said
no
what?
American elders talking about Africa.
Please tell your mod what I said I was and what I am.
Use African.
I'm talking about Native. No, it's Native, not Fox.
Oh no, I wasn't the one to disagree with her because
Go ahead,
I was the one that
I
disagreed with her.
wait, yeah, I wasn't the one to disagree because
Because I am a Black American.
from my experience, my grandma, my grandparents, it's not something we never really talked about Africa. That wasn't really a conversation we ever like. That's not something they like. It just wasn't a conversation in our house.
Yeah, but why is it such a problem for people to understand that in African households, specifically the ones that were not migrating here, because y'all think everyone is the ones that are in proximity with Black Americans, it's not a topic either. Like, they don't talk about the other 3,000 plus ethnicities either. It's not a common topic. Only time it becomes a thing is when, of course, if a Black American wants to move to Ghana, of course it'll be a conversation. If a Ghanaian wants to move to America, of course it'll be a conversation, but that's not the majority experience. So why is it that you can understand it from your perspective, but when someone is throwing it back, it's like, okay, it's so unbelievable to understand that you never knew about y'all.
This is going to sound so bad. It's going to sound wrong. Like I have main character syndrome, but it'd be hard for me to believe that a lot of people in Nigeria and other places don't, at least at some point in some conversations, talk about Black America, considering that our culture, our music, and things like that is something that's global, worldwide, and digested.
They don't even have Afrobeat without us. Like they don't
your
make
your
music
music
without
is
us.
your music is global. I will give you that 1,000,000,000%. But one thing again that people forget, only Africans that y'all see in the majority are people that are in proximity with the West. Nigeria, colonized by British, colonized by some parts America. Of course, American media is going to be there. A lot of Francophone countries, a lot of Anglophone countries, a lot of like all these other Arabic speaking countries, girl, they do not know anything. And these are all the majority. Again, only Africans y'all speak with are always the ones you have proximity with as far as colonization goes. I don't know why it's such a hard thing for people to understand. Same way like Haitians, for example, right? And I'm speaking Haitians that speak just French, not Haitians that are in America that speak English. Most panels, because I'm from Nigeria, right? When I go to my more francophone side of TikTok, a lot of the people there, you're not going to see Black Americans on that panel because what? They don't speak French. The type of Black people you see there that are not from Africa would be either Haitian or they would be from what you call that one place that speak French? I don't know. But it's somewhere in South America, child. And then maybe you might see some deep Louisiana Creole people sometimes. But y'all forget that the world does not revolve in Black American culture past the countries that speak English. I don't know how else to explain it.
I don't know.
It does. I yeah, I
I was
spoke to
about
my
to say, I don't
Guatem-
know about all that.
I spoke to my Guatemalan friend. She said they're starting to use Ebonics in Guatemala. They don't
Well,
even speak
Guatemala is
English.
still in
Hello, they
proximity
don't even
with
speak
America.
English, but they don't even speak English in Guatemala, but they're latching onto Ebonics found on the internet.
Is
That is
Guatemala a
ridiculous.
part of the North
Guatemala is in
American?
Latin America, and this is Spanish speaking country. They don't speak English.
What continent is Guatemala in?
America, the American continent.
Exactly. So they still have that proximity.
You know, you would know they were not colonized by the English, and they do not speak English.
I said they
So
still have
no,
that
I literally
proximity.
heard you say English is the common denominator. I heard you say that.
Did I not just say Did I not say proximity as well, like a billion other times?
What proximity? They don't even speak the same language as us.
Oh my gosh, you're both in the North American continent. Me
What
being
does that mean? You would literally just
See,
mention language.
this is
I know I'm not tripping. Did y'all just hear her mention language or not?
Did I not
'Cause
mention
I know I'm not
She
tripping.
said both.
I
I'm not,
mentioned
I'm
both.
not, I know I'm not tripping.
She said both. She said proximity and language.
And so that also makes no sense because then you said language, and Nigeria is all the way in a different continent. So can you explain why they consuming our content?
Because of the proximity to
What proximity? They're in a different continent.
We're in
Yeah,
a
also
different
English
continent,
speaking
but do you know who colonized Nigeria? Who gave the
Not
name
Black
Nigeria,
Americans, which is the group you're copying
Oh my gosh.
in Nigeria.
In
Not Black
Nigeria,
Americans.
there's over 300 different ethnic groups, right? And the
And Black
place,
Americans didn't colonize not one.
all right, understood. But I'm talking about the reason why you see those people who participate in Black American culture is because they consume American media, right? And in Nigeria, what do we speak in Nigeria as the literal country's base language?
Yeah,
is
y'all
English.
speak English, but then when I mentioned
So-
a
so
Latin
why
American country where they speak Spanish, you have excuses. So that still doesn't
I
add
really
up.
didn't.
And
I
then you
literally
also can't
mentioned two
explain
different
Korean
things at
pop. You
once.
can't explain K-pop. You can't explain that they don't speak English in Korea. You can't explain that, and they're not in the same continent. So this
Who
doesn't
who
add
has
up.
K-pop,
So this doesn't
K-pop
add up.
stuff? Well, I'm not speaking about Korea.
Because
Like, I don't
because
know,
you're
I'm
a
not
lot you're
Korean.
only mentioning Nigeria because it logically does not remain consistent when you apply it to other countries.
Girl, am I from other countries? I'm
No,
from Nigeria.
I
Why
need
would
you
I
to be
speak about
consistent. I
Zimbabwe?
need you to be consistent.
I am being consistent.
No, it doesn't, because it doesn't hold up when you apply it to other countries.
That's not
You
how
said
life works.
proximity and language. Explain Korea then.
I don't know about Korea.
And
Why
then
would I be able
Nigeria
to
has
explain it to
no
be
proximity
about Korea?
to America, so that still
Oh
don't make no
my
sense.
gosh.
The Korean War.
I don't know nothing about Korea.
What do you mean
I
the
don't know.
Korean War? They don't speak English in Korea,
The
and Black
Korean War
Americans
is-
and Black Americans didn't colonize anybody in Korea.
The Korean War is quite literally the reason they have access to American media and consume American media.
No, it's
We have
not.
interest in
No,
Korea
no, it's
currently.
not. No, it's not.
Okay.
Korea didn't even start getting a lot of internet until decades after.
If you're
So
speaking,
I don't know why
South
you're
Korea.
lying.
if you're
Korea
speaking
didn't
as
get
far,
access to American media until decades after.
if
I
you're
North
don't
or
know why
speaking
you're
as
lying.
far as
I don't know
how
why you're lying.
in
North or
Korea
South?
they have
I don't know why you're
people
lying.
who participate in
You
like
do realize there are two Koreas, right?
Black American fashion and etc. Things like that. The style. As far as the music, I don't know because I don't speak Korean. I don't know what they're saying in there. But as far as the style thing goes, I would say that my best guess would be that influence heavily started when a lot of brands here make their clothes, all these baggy jeans, all this whatever, they all make and produce them over there. So it's kind of not that far-fetched that the place that you go to outsource also would wear those things because they get it cheaper.
Guessing. You're making a guess. You don't know.
I'm just going
Ma'am,
off of what you
how
said.
many-
You said proximity
Yeah.
and language. I'm just going off of what you
What's
said.
the
Go ahead, Cece.
topic?
She
What's
was
the
basically
topic?
She was
'Cause
basically making excuses for why Nigerians cosplay Black Americans, talking about it's a proximity to
See-
America,
see,
but they're
Bree,
nowhere
that's
near
literally
America. Then she
not
said it
what
was
I
the
said.
language. She said it's because they were colonized by English speaking people, so they speak English. But then I mentioned Guatemala, how they're starting to use Ebonics in Guatemala, even though they don't speak English. And I also mentioned Korean and K-pop and all that other stuff, and they don't speak English, and they're nowhere near the American continent. And then I got all these excuses. So
It's really not an excuse.
and China as well. China got their own version of streetwear. They don't speak no damn English.
I'm not
they're
here
nowhere near
to
America.
fight and
Like,
argue.
please.
I don't do fighting and arguing.
It had nothing to do with fighting or arguing. You just got caught
You're-
contradicting yourself.
No
Like, what are you
one
talking
was
about?
caught in anything. All you do is
You're
speak over
contradicting
me.
yourself. Nobody else up here is holding you accountable, but me. Like, what?
Accountable for what? I'm lost. What I said was
Why are
valid.
you contradicting yourself? Y'all be just be making excuses for stuff.
It's not an excuse.
If you want to,
simply just don't wanna
steal from
listen.
Black Americans, just say that. You don't need to come up with all these other excuses.
No, I personally don't participate in anyone's culture but my own.
I just heard
culture.
you. I just heard you say use Ebonics. You talking about some? Oh, I love my coworker down. Where did you get that from?
Yeah,
That's Ebonics.
And you were saying child, like, yeah, a lot of
Oh,
age.
okay. Well, you caught me there. I'll give you that one. But outside of that, I pretty much participate in my own culture and just speak English. So happen to speak English. But anyways, I'm not here to argue or do the fighting, the back and forth. My thing is, if we want to have, I don't know, is you guys' point to find a way to go forward, or is it to have fighting conversations back and forth?
It's about to go forward and everybody mind their homeland. That's how we move forward.
Minding your homeland and minding your homeland. Stop
Yeah,
coming over
everyone, I agree with you that everyone should mind their homeland. One thing that I hate about these lives is you see a lot of African people trying to debate, oh, Black Americans or African Americans, are they, you're African, you're African, you're African. When I'm like, okay, within our own countries, again, most people have never met 5 ethnicities from their own countries, let alone wanting to bond and force this bond within people from another continent. It all starts from home first. That's how I grew up. That's what I believe. But for some reason, the conversation's never within, intercontinental matters. But I agree with you on there. But that aside, I think on y'all's side, maybe you guys don't join these lives because I don't know, the host here
I
kind
don't
of seems
care.
a little. Hold
I
on.
don't care.
The host here
You
seems a
don't
little
tell
more
me hold
lenient.
on.
You said you don't care. You don't care about what?
Hold
What
on.
did I say?
I don't care. I don't care about going to other people's lives like that.
Okay, well, I'm talking about other Black Americans' lives. But you have a bunch of people, just the same way you have those people that make those y'all are African lives. You have the people who are always debating, oh, Africans look like this, African da 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 da. You have that all the time. So everyone has to hold their own parts of people accountable, so people can mind their own businesses.
Do you think it's a response, or do you think we're coming out of nowhere just saying this?
You're saying I'm not putting you in the same bracket as what I'm hearing those people say.
Right, but I think so. Where the conversation gets lost is because somehow sometimes we try to assign equal blame on both parts. When I have seen people have literally come on TikToks, posts my mutuals have made, and talk about our ancestral roots, indigenous roots, and things like that, and not wanting to be called African. And out the gate, there's been hundreds and hundreds of comments from immigrants or people from other countries having contention with that, just because people are discovering their ancestor. They're not centering Africa on who they are. So I think that's what the issue is. Like, people aren't just coming out of nowhere saying.
I mean, for me, I don't think people are coming out of nowhere. In all reality, I've always thought that y'all had the most problem with everyone else, but I'm trying to be someone who sees both sides, right? Because most things I consume on my side of the media, it's always a Black American individual speaking down about whole continent of Africa. Mind you, they'll speak about someone that's all the way in South Sudan that has nothing to do with America, all the way in Sudan that has nothing to do with West Africa, transatlantic slave trade. So ultimately, when you keep grouping people, of course, now since people cannot comprehend because the continent. Now,
why does a country need to be specified if you all act the same? If somebody from Nigeria attacks you, and then someone from South Africa attacks you, then someone from Sudan attacks you, and then someone from Somalia attacks you, then someone from Cameroon attacks you, it sounds like that's all people from the same continent,
it
right?
also sounds like,
okay, so that sounds like it's all people from the same continent,
also
right?
have to do a
When
self
Europeans
deep dive.
attack y'all, y'all don't specify the European country. You
Says
say
who?
Europeans. So, or you say whitey people, you say whitey people, or you say Europeans. So I don't understand why you don't
That's
comprehend the
different.
same
I'm
thing over
sorry.
here.
As African people, we could care less. Like the actual people, not people, corrupt people in the government that, you know, if a good person wants to be in power, they assassinate them. Not that. The actual people do not care about what they're doing in Europe. We don't care to compare ourselves to
Y'all compare
what we're
yourselves all
doing
the
here has to
time.
work
What
in
are you
Europe.
talking about?
No.
Even when I say Africans aren't black, because y'all don't call yourselves black in Africa, y'all's responses are whitey people see us all the same.
In my ethnicity, we call
Like,
ourselves
what?
black in our language, so I don't know. There's black is an
English word. What are you talking about?
there's countries. I mean, black is an English word, but black also has its translations in other countries.
And black is a racial category in the USA. Y'all cannot pull, and we only call ourselves black here in the USA because it was forcefully written on our documents. We didn't ask to be called that.
Ma'am,
so, but y'all can never pull up any of your birth records with the word black on it. So y'all are just copying what you see people in the USA do.
That's not how our birth records work.
Oh, exactly. So you're just copying what you see people in the USA do.
Oh my gosh, girl, look
girl, what?
In my region, right? Because I'm from two different countries which have two different ways of life. In Niger, there's people who are phenotypically at least three different races. You have your Arabs, you have your Amazigh, and then you have your phenotypically what you classify here as Black people. But of course, you have different ethnic groups of them. In my culture, we have always had the concept of race in our own language. In English, it might be something else because, you know, everyone here speaks English, but we definitely have our own concept of, okay, this person here looks like this. They're definitely not from here. They look like that. These people feel like they're better than these other people. So all these things, I feel like whenever we try to make it seem like this is all just an American experience, y'all forget there's other languages these same conversations are being had in. Like, it's not just happening.
I feel like you're gaslighting me because
How is it gaslighting to know that there's more than
growing
just
up in the
English
early
as a
2000s, if
language?
you called an African person black, you were getting cussed out. So I don't understand when y'all all of a sudden became black. This is news to me.
Again, right? These all come from the individuals you speak with. I don't know what cultures of the people y'all are speaking with.
Western Central Africans.
There's West and Central people are not, that's not an ethnic group. Because in
people from multiple countries. Am I supposed to list all 700 million ethnicities in West and Central Africa?
That's not the point. That's not the point.
What is this dumbass logic?
Yeah, so
am I supposed to list every single country in West and Central Africa? Am I supposed to list every single ethnic group in West and Central Africa? You don't even know your own country's ethnic groups. You just admitted that, but you want us over here in America to list every single ethnic group in Africa. Are you serious right now? Are you serious? You want Americans to list every single ethnic group and be specific, but you don't even do that in your own country. You don't even know the ethnicities in your own country, like you admitted. So what are you talking about?
I said when I was growing up.
So wait, I don't think it's like us that are clumping people in. I think it's you that might be a little disconnected, whether that's genuine or disingenuously. I think it might be you that's disconnected.
It's really not. I feel like this is, well, to each their own. I hope everyone has an amazing year, and I wish you all nothing but the best, right?
Yeah.
When it starts talking, they start running. Everybody up here trying to be all friendly and all this other stuff. You're not gonna gaslight me, buddy. Yeah, you got caught contradicting yourself like 5 times. Get the hell out of here.
I don't like when they do that. When they're like, we're telling them our multiple experiences, hundreds of times, multiple different types of people from that continent, and then it's it's not all of them. It's like it's enough.
They like gaslighting us and playing the victim all the
They
time.
do. Can I ask you something, dog? When it comes down to grouping them people, aren't we doing the same thing the white T do to us, dog?
What do you mean?
No.
I already mentioned that. I mentioned how Africans talk trash about Europeans and they never specify any ethnic group in Europe or never saying nothing. I don't want to hear none of that.
I was gonna say everybody generalizes. I don't know why people act like that's a new concept.
No, what I'm saying is, bro, at that point,
we don't talk like they talk about us like YT people do. So who cares?
Oh yeah, for sure. I ain't
why be like I like this trope of we gotta be the bigger person all the time. Like we just gotta turn the other cheek to disrespect.
Nah, you don't gotta be the bigger person. I don't want to be in the white tee.
the whites. What
YT,
can we
right?
do? What can we do to them that YT people do? Honestly,
The
huh?
be-
If we wanted to treat them like YT people, we would already did it. We would already treated
country,
YT
actually.
people like YT people treat us. Like if we really wanted to do that, we would do it.
What I'm
Yeah,
saying is,
I don't-
you're
I
not
like-
being
I don't get-
specific.
Like I don't get like we not creating no fucking
I'm saying
institute.
the
We're
YT
not going.
American.
No.
Man.
I'm talking. We're not going over there colonizing a country, huh? We're not going over there colonizing a country. We're not stealing all their resources, huh? We're not electing politicians to keep corruption going on in Africa. So there's nothing that we do on the internet that YT people do to them, and Asians do to them, and Arabs do to them. What are we talking about?
Am I good to reply, host?
Are you good to reply? We don't. There's nothing you can reply because we're not on the same
I
level
really
as
can
YT
get into
people.
this if you want to have this honest conversation. I can really
It's,
get
it's not. It's not. Dude, are we colonizing their country? Yes or no?
based on where
Are we
based on our
colonizing?
situation right now. Yes.
Answer my question. Are we taking all their resources? Yes
Based
or
on
no?
our situation right now, yes, because we're a part of America.
Show
Yes.
show. Who is us? Are we
We're
the
a part of
government?
America. We're a part of the institution right now.
Are we the government? Yes or no? Is anybody on
Some
here?
of us are, yes.
Is anybody up here a politician right now? Huh?
No, nobody here right now is a politician, but we have people who
Are
are
we
politicians.
Who makes up the majority of Congress and the House of Representatives? Huh?
YT people, but we participate in it.
But
Well,
Africans are trying out for mayor and there was a whole African president. So what the fuck are you talking about?
Are we as Americans creating a sixth American Union right now? That's what Africans are doing to us.
Was Obama not African? Like, what are you talking about?
Nigga think I support Obama?
Are Africans all right? Are Africans that are in politics right now, are they the YT people? They're in our
Yes,
politics
for
too.
their own countries, yes, because a lot of them are corrupt. I'm not
So-
being
I thought this man is
one-sided about
African.
this.
I told y'all this man is African.
I'm
Yeah,
a black
like
American
you
from
caping
Georgia.
you caping too hard. You caping too hard right now. You're making ridiculous claims. We're not sending no money to. Why is Africa getting paid money? Why are we sending money to Africa? Billions of dollars, huh? If we're colonizing them so bad, we're acting like the YT. Why is the government sending
Yeah, I
them
want my
2
tax
million?
money back.
Yeah, give us our tax money back.
Where do we get our cobalt from?
We have our
America
own cobalt.
and China.
Where do we get our
America
cobalt
and China.
actively right now?
Well, wait.
Yeah,
that's
America and China.
Wait, the
China is the biggest group that takes cobalt from Africa, and the American government gets it from China. And y'all won't go up against China because China finna beat your ass as they should. That's why y'all want to blame it on
I'm
America.
American.
That's why you want to blame it on America. China is the biggest exporter of cobalt from Africa, but y'all don't want to go up against them because they're gonna beat your ass.
What don't
keep
you
mentioning
understand by I'm
America.
American?
And you tried to pretend to be Black American. I knew he was a liar when you said your elders were very knowledgeable on Africa. I knew he was a goddamn
Our
liar.
elders are not.
I knew he was a liar.
Man, name five foods that you eat at a repast.
Repass?
Yeah, you don't know what a repast is?
You talking about after like church game?
What do you eat at a repast?
Yeah, we rarely went to church like that, but we usually had macaroni, greens, sometimes neck bones, sometimes pig feet, sometimes chicken, sometimes steak, sometimes it was just grilled food, bro. I didn't go to church like that.
Wait, so you was brought up in the South by a Black family. Y'all ain't go to church? Y'all wasn't Baptist?
Hey,
Nah, we weren't Baptist. We went to a Presbyterian,
pig,
bro.
Steak at a repast.
pig
Hold
feet
on.
and steak?
At a repast?
Yeah, bro. We grilled food at the
What time
repast.
is it in Georgia right now?
Tennessee, we never.
I'm in Bullock County, bro. You can Google my county right
Never
now.
paid for
What time is it?
Right, it's literally in my city.
What time is it right
And
now?
aren't repasses usually in like a church setting? And in most black family churches, they don't eat pork.
Did you just say
So
steak is pork?
what are you talking about? Isn't a repast like for a funeral? Like what are you like?
Who cooking steak at a repast, yo? That take
Did you say steak is pork?
Yes, the repast.
I said you
That's
said
what we
pig
meet up,
feet
eat.
and steak. Is
You
pig
live
feet
in
is pig not
southern
pork?
Georgia.
You dumbass. Is pig
You
not
live
pork?
in southern Georgia.
Hey dumbass, is
Yes,
pig
it
not
is a
pork?
common
Hey
food here.
dumbass, is
No.
pig not pork?
Is that right? It's
Like,
not
what is
even
going
after
on
a
here?
repast. Ain't even after church.
Let me
Like,
drop and come back, actually, because this is ridiculous.
yeah, it's like a repast not even after church.
Nigga, obviously it is. You talking about eating after
It's
church,
not-
right?
No, that's not a repast. No.
All right, then get at me, bro. Because
Wait, Fox,
I could get it wrong.
Fox, what time is it in Georgia right now?
6:18.
Mm-hmm. All
Like,
right.
nigga, I'm not gonna get on the internet
Run me
and
back.
about being a Black American. That's goofy. I'm not doing that shit at all. Y'all niggas
I
get
don't know,
weird
man.
on here.
I'm just.
I don't know, man.
Y'all start.
Okay, listen to the
dishonoring
word repass. Now, use
Anybody want to
context
drop
clues
for
into what that could
Nesha?
mean.
Nisha?
Yeah, you
Repass.
can drop me. I'll be in the comments.
All right, for sure.
Repass. Let's use context clues into what that could mean. It just takes 2 seconds of critical thinking into what repass could mean.
Get at me.
All you have to do is be fluent in the English language to put 2 and 2 together.
I'm not completely fluent in the English language, and it is my native language. Nigga, I am from
That's
South
probably
Georgia,
because you're a
bro.
foreigner, like we said.
I am from South Georgia.
Yeah,
I am
then
from
you would be
Bullitt
fluent in
County.
English.
Alright,
So
we got-
you're not one of us. You're not one of us. You just
Yeah, we
exposed
got-
yourself.
You niggas are dumb. It makes no sense.
You just
It
exposed
makes
yourself.
no sense.
All
Your-
right,
your
we
family's
got
knowledgeable.
new people. We got new people.
I-
Like, we can move.
Yeah, someone else can talk. I just want to say this real quick. He said his family. I said my family doesn't know nothing about Africa. He says he does. Then he said pig feet and neck bones at the repass. Then he didn't know what a repass was, and now he's saying he's not fluent in English. This is a foreigner. Someone else can
Oh,
talk.
you go. I was about to say that's that. They called you a tether earlier, real woman. But we got Cedric. What's up, Sam? What's up? We got Eduardo. We got Nisha or Nesha.
Oh, you talking about eating after the funeral? All right, nigga.
Pass is right there. Like pass away.
I just read dude comment.
Alright.
We're talking about eating after the funeral, bro. That's nigga. Yes, we ate after the funeral. We ate a lot of different shit.
All right, we got new people up here. For the new people that I don't know, yeah, Edward. Where you from? What's your ethnicity?
I was born in the Bahamas. Parents are from Haiti. I'm Africa. I would say Togo, Bantu, Benin. So I don't know.
Are you listing DNA test
Yeah, I am.
percentages?
I mean, you got to give everything, right?
All right,
I mean, I guess I'm a
For
foreigner.
real, but
all right, how you feel about the topic, yeah?
You know, it's just this war between.
So how do you feel about Spike Lee and his wife being appointed as ambassadors for Benin for African American, Joe?
I mean, Spike has a reputation of being for the people, right? I think it's a good thing. I think Spike has lost his luster in years. I think he's part of the whole system. But I have respect for Spike Lee as a filmmaker, as somebody who put great visionary stuff so we can see. You know, Malcolm X was amazing. Do the Right Thing was phenomenal. And I'm talking as someone who does film, who is in that genre. So I say go for it, man. Who else they gonna put over there? Who else they gonna put over there?
People.
Yeah,
There's a
but I
lot
think
of
Spike is
people.
okay. I think Spike is okay. You know, it's not
Well,
the
yeah.
best pick, but I think Spike will do a decent job. And that's all we ask, right? It's bigger than him anyway, man. Y'all know that.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, what's up, Sam? What you got? What's your thoughts?
G, I didn't even know this had happened, to be honest. First of all,
It just happened. It actually just happened 2 days ago.
wow, who in Africa sat there and said, you know what? Spike Lee, that's what we need. The goddamn Spike. Like,
All
what
right.
history book, what advocacy group, what actual something integral within the so-called Black American sphere has he done, or what has he done or been a part of, besides being a part of the people of making some films? Films is cool. Malcolm X was cool. I probably wish they would have told even more of the story, but it was actually.
I want to say something real quick
Whoops,
before
sorry
I
about
drop to get on my plane. I had came up because I heard, I think it was Venus when she said that our grandparents didn't know much of anything about Africa. She's not lying. So when I asked my grandma about it, she said she ain't know nothing about no Africa or Africans until her kids went to college. So she's not lying. A lot of our grandparents don't know nothing about Africa until modern day. I'm gonna drop.
For
So I'm
sure.
about to head on my plane to my flight back to Chicago.
All right, for sure. We got a diamond Cedric up here.
Flight.
Yeah, have a good flight. Safe travels.
What's
Doc,
going on?
what's up? Where you from? What's your ethnicity?
I'm straight out of Memphis, Tennessee, man. I'm black. My well, majority of my family, 3/4 over from Mississippi.
Oh, word.
At the top is from Decatur. No, I mean in the middle is Decatur, Mississippi, probably north or southeast of Jackson. Up north is Baldwin, Mississippi, and in the south is Pascagoula. And I guess my Memphis ties grandfather, Orange Mound, Tennessee. You know, that's one of the first black neighborhoods in Memphis, Tennessee.
For sure. How you feel about Spike Lee and his wife being appointed as ambassadors for African Americans?
That gave to the country, start up economically, military.
And I get in trouble. Are you telling me I got to get a hold of Spike Lee?
Good question.
Help me do unless I'm gonna make a movie in Benin.
Y'all think you got ties? I doubt it.
Happened in the 70s where they were pushing all of these different movies. And so I need somebody to tell me, has Spike Lee created a slave movie? Because this would kind of make sense if he is now the ambassador for African Americans in Africa.
On slavery directly that I can remember.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember him ever making a slave movie, but I can be wrong. But I haven't seen it.
For sure.
That's the biggest cultural one.
So now the question begs, at least for me, well, I guess not even a question anymore, because maybe he is a part of the programming since he's been appointed the ambassador for African Americans. But we also got to realize who the real African Americans are. Do we know who the real African Americans are?
Elon Musk.
Oh, there we go.
All right. Well, Anisha, you there?
Here, how y'all doing?
How you doing? How you feel about the Spike Lee and his wife becoming ambassadors in Benin?
I just thought that was so weird. I was reading that article. I was gonna ask, does he have any lineage to Benin, or they just put some black people in a bag and shook it up and pulled the name out?
Probably most likely the latter.
Yeah, because I don't understand. And then with him being the ambassador, like, what does that mean? And if it's for African Americans, I mean, if you get in trouble, you as an African American,
Like the live, yeah.
Like if you were white, or can you contact Spike Lee? Like, I'm just confused.
Hmm.
He's supposed to be like making a way specifically for African Americans. Like, what's the end
What is
goal?
this for? Yeah, good question.
It's basically they want folks to come over to Benin, so they're
But what
using him
is
as an
Spike
ambassador
gonna
as a
be?
middleman.
Is he gonna have dual citizenship? Is he moving to Benin? Like,
I don't
you
know.
know?
And didn't you say, Darvid, that Benin is in East Africa?
It's in West. It's either West or Central Africa.
Okay, you said West. Okay, all right. Sorry about that.
To be honest, he's probably going to influence a lot of
It's in
these
West
baby
Africa.
boomer classes. They got money, retirement money to go to Benin who still believe in the theory.
But
Yep,
honestly,
that's
I think
mostly what it is.
I think another part of
Go
it
ahead.
too is why not go see Benin? Why not make a portal? Why not make a gateway? Why not? I'm serious. Why not? What's
You
the
hopping
problem?
over to Benin? You hopping over to
Listen,
Benin, Edward?
listen to me. As a businessman, Africa is one of the biggest growing sectors right now. You know what I'm saying? Biggest growing sector right now. Why not go see what's going on over there? Listen, it's not about Spike Lee. I can care less, man.
Edward, are you African?
I was born in the Bahamas. Yes, I'm
Maybe
African.
he doesn't understand the
You
concept.
said you were born in the Bahamas.
I was born in the Bahamas
So how does that make you African?
because my people are from
Directly?
directly. I'm Haitian. My parents are Haiti.
That's not Africa. That's Haiti, babe.
Yeah, but they was
Haiti to be exact. But go ahead.
Haiti too. And also Carolina too, man. We've been shipped all over the place, man. And
So how are you directly descending from Africa is what I want to know.
I think I did my DNA test. I've had my family chart. I've talked to my elders. And that's all I can tell you. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking with my word and my heart and my brain.
Are
right
you
now.
excited? So as an African, Bohemian African, Bohemian African is, I guess, what I will call you. Are you excited for Spike Lee to be an ambassador for you in Benin?
I am excited for African Americans because you got. I am excited for African Americans.
Question,
no offense. You say, am I happy that Spike Lee is the ambassador to the Benin? That's the question.
That was the question, so you can hear correctly.
So I don't know Spike Lee, right? I don't know. Yeah, I can. And
Okay, yes. Fin straddling again. I asked a direct question. This is not about whether you know him or not. This is about him being.
I think it's okay. Yes.
All right, fin straddler. Like I said, sorry.
I think it's okay. No fin straddling. I'm sorry, my answer doesn't please you. I'm sorry, but that's my answer doesn't please you. I'm sorry, but that's my answer. You can say whatever you want.
You don't have to apologize for ignorance. It's okay.
No,
I think that Black Americans or Black people should go back to Africa.
I think they should visit. I think there's a lot of
right.
There's a lot of miscommunication. There's a lot of old thinking. I think for me, I want to meet people where they are. I don't want to hear nothing on this right here. This is just dividing us. So I want to talk to people. I want to talk to people.
Edward, have you been to your motherland? Have you been to Africa?
I've been to Haiti. That's my motherland. I've been to Haiti.
You said you're African, so Haiti and Africa are two different countries. So
I know more about Haiti than I know about Africa. I know where my lineage are, but Haiti is very important to me. I've been to Haiti.
So
IT is not Africa.
Wow. To me, it
you
is.
said IT is your motherland, so you're not African.
It is because that's what I know. But I know I am from Benin, Togo. I have to go over there.
Okay, so how do you know? Because of a DNA test?
Like the live, y'all. Let's get up to 30,000 likes.
Absolutely. Like the live, man. This is a great conversation.
Okay, ask you this? Let me ask you this question.
Yes, sir.
Eduardo. Can I trust the satellite view? Right? So, like, look.
If you don't control it, no. If you don't control it, no.
Oh, we can't control. So literally our cars go off a satellite view, sir.
Yes, sir.
Literally everybody goes off of Google Maps in order to get places. You don't want to trust that right now? Okay, so let me go. I looked up what the biggest city, and these are the two biggest cities in Benin. Okay, we're gonna get in close. You said it's an up and coming city, right?
No. I said, why don't we just go there? I didn't put no labels on it.
I can't even hop down because it's so devastated. They don't even have much of a Google Maps. You can tell the dilapidation, sir.
Oh hell!
You
so
can
know what that
tell the
means?
dirt streets. I can't even hop on the highway. Okay,
Guess what that means?
Sir, there's some places in Africa I can hop on the highway, but
Listen.
over here, let's see if I can hop down.
You know what? I guess
Bird's
my brain.
eye view. Bird's
You
eye
know, and
view.
I appreciate that question. I guess
You
my
can't.
brain.
So what I'm saying is, I'd rather you not lie to us.
Let me answer you.
I didn't.
You didn't even ask the question.
I
Hold
didn't
on.
even ask the question. But the first question was, can we trust the map, the satellites? And you don't even want to trust that. But the thing is, you're telling us that we don't want to go there, or we should go there because it's so up and coming, when we can literally see from every angle, or go watch videos exactly from what the biggest cities look like. But you're telling me I should go to a crap hole where I can't even Google Map to make sure I'm gonna know where I'm gonna get around this place, sir.
I guess I'm just
Not up and coming. Let's see the city again, Sam. He said up and coming.
Up and coming. This is the largest, and this is the best city on Google Maps. On Google, this is the large. I can't even hop down because
All
it's
right,
so
Eduardo,
dilapidated.
show us the up and coming city you talking about now.
Yeah, like
you know what? I love this, and this makes me feel good. Let me tell you. So when I see that, I see I'm on the ground floor, right? As an entrepreneur, I see that as a ground floor with my expertise in real estate.
Okay, take us to the penthouse. We don't need all that talking. Take us to the penthouse.
Give me 5 years and I'll build it for you.
I'm good. I don't need that long.
Okay. Well, at least let somebody know that I
It
built
took 8 years to come up with absolutely nothing. So I'm sorry, I don't need 5 years.
You know, and
You can't tell me your plan and get it done and start digging into the ground by the end of the month. I'm not trying to hear that shit.
Well, you know what? Then you don't have to, because I'm not going to give you a false time. I'm be honest.
And as a realtor,
Yes.
I mean, respectfully, I understand you're saying give me 5 years, but I'm gonna need you to break ground before 5 years. I'm gonna need within 90 days of me signing that contract, you breaking ground.
Listen, I got 2 kids in college. I got a business in Atlanta. I'm running that right now. I'm trying to get to 5 years. Let me get the kids out of college first. Let me sell this house. Let me sell some properties. Let me get everything. So 5 years. I want my kids to be okay. I'm not gonna be selfish. This is discipline.
So you're a Bohemian African.
Discipline.
So you're a Bohemian African. I just really want to know, like, how do you classify yourself?
Let me tell you something. I lived in Miami for a long time. I grew up.
Oh Lord.
I grew up with all Americans of all. Listen.
Are you African American, sir?
Why is that so important to you?
I'm just asking a question.
No, I just want to know, why is that so important to you?
Is it a yes or a no?
No, but I'm asking you, why is that so important? I don't care about the answer. Why is that so important to you?
Because I want to know. I asked a question.
Haven't I conversed? Haven't I talked to you? You know I'm not a dummy. What are you talking about?
So if you're not a dummy, answer the question.
No, but why is that so?
I heard there's an old saying. There's an old saying that goes.
Don't put me in the box. Don't put me in the box. Put yourself in your own box. Don't put me in the box.
Okay, so as a being that was born and raised in America, I classify myself as American. Right. So okay.
I respect it. I respect it.
Okay, please, sir, respectfully, don't talk over me. I allowed you to speak.
Thanks. Sorry about that.
All right. Have some decorum for the Diamond Princess now.
Always.
Thank you. Now, like you heard me say, I am American. I classify myself as simply American. I'm just asking you because you said that you were born in the Bahamas. You've been to Haiti. Your people are from Africa. So I'm asking, as a person who was born in the Bahamas, been to Haiti, from Africa, but lives in America, how do you classify yourself?
Well, I guess legally I would say I'm a Bahamian, right? That's what my passport say. I was 72. We got our independence in 73.
Respect. I just wanted to understand. That's all.
Yeah.
People say that they don't trust Google Maps, knowing they used Google Maps earlier today to get home. I just can't believe anything else you say.
And that's okay, my brother. And that's okay. What you probably had on the screen was probably absolutely
the same
correct.
People who were indoctrinated by the government are the people who said that they don't trust the government. But
I see it different. I just see it different. I don't care about this matrix. I just see it different, man. That's all. It ain't wrong or right. I just see it different.
So how do you?
But now it's the matrix.
I mean, y'all just breaking it down. Listen, I learn more from you guys because you guys break it down into sections, and I love that. So when I go home,
I just showed you Google Maps, and
You
what's
did.
crazy is you won't believe your eyes. That's crazy.
Right, Edward, he showed us this up and coming city that you were speaking about, but you have yet to show us the the opposition and what he showed us. So I'm asking, do you have proof of the up and coming city that you were talking about?
The up and coming city is me and some of my entrepreneurs going
What
there.
city though? And what, I'm sorry.
We're talking about Benin. He said Benin was up and coming.
I said,
He said
listen.
Benin was up and coming. Oh,
So
where?
I think what I really said was, let's go see the places, guys.
And how do you know
Let's see the
Benin is up and
places.
coming and you live in America?
I have a question. Does this dude say he's from the Caribbean, but he's African?
That's what I'm confused about. He said that
That is not true unless
he
you got
said that he was born in the Bahamas. His parents are from Haiti, but he grew up in Miami, right?
Facts.
Okay, so
And he did a DNA test and he's from Africa.
I don't listen to the DNA test, but
Yeah, I listen. I agree.
So your parents are from Haiti. Are they African? Not going off the DNA test, going off your genealogy. Are they African?
I think so. What do you think they are from Haiti? What do you think they are?
Not everybody from Haiti is African.
Oh no, there was so many different tribes in Haiti. Oh my God! Don't let me start on Haiti now.
I know. Haiti used to be called the African Republic of Haiti. I know that. I also know that in Haiti, y'all consider black people New York, so everybody's black in Haiti. Even the white people are black in Haiti.
Yeah, because that was colonization. The French, like I said, we're all been colonized. They use the same language, guys. You know what I'm saying? That's how they treat us as chattels, and don't get caught up in the words and the semantics of stuff, man. How do we get together?
Words matter, though.
The words definitely matter. Please.
They do, but what I'm saying is, how do we get us all together and move forward? That's what
establishing our who we are. That's the beginning.
Okay.
Establishing who we are, and so that's why I asked you: are you African? Are you Haitian? Or are you Bohemian?
I think
okay,
that he
let me
already
ask you
answered that question.
a question.
Just like he said, he wants us all to be together, unity. Clearly, that means he's not on our side, right?
Clearly, Nisha. Clearly, I'm sorry to say it, but
Well, you're wrong, and I don't know what made you think.
So what's all this coming together if we all are the same?
Yeah, because I'm not trying to come together with no Africans.
Thank you.
Well, I think no. Listen. We all can't go. We all can't go, but you will find people that align with moving our community culture forward. And those people you need to come together. You just can't cut everybody.
What I'm asking though is, so are you saying that we should move back to Africa? Right. Are you saying we should move to Africa?
No, I'm not saying that.
What are you saying then?
I'm saying that we need to have a bridge of communications between. Okay, that's your opinion, and I respect it.
We do have communication. I'm just trying to figure out the breakdown. What are you saying that we are? What's the disconnect?
I think the disconnect is you're proud to be who you are, right? And I'm proud that you are proud of who you are. But at the same time, you are, in my humble opinion, you are negating everybody else.
So
it's like no kind of communication. Gangster, I love it.
Could he explain how we're negating everybody else?
I'm still so lost on how are we negating. We're not turning away anybody. Like I'm confused about that.
You're right. I'm still on the line. Y'all ain't dropped me, so you're right. You guys are always open and talking, and that's
so.
The way
How are we negating everybody else?
Please address that.
So I think when I say negating, probably was a strong word. When I say negating is, you guys are so hard on who you are. You're good. No, I'm just talking. I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. I'm talking to you guys and playing golf. I apologize.
Y'all see literal fin strategy.
I love golf. What are you talking about?
You gotta focus, babe. You either gonna play golf or talk to us and explain.
Oh, listen. I stopped for like a whole while to stop. I just had to move out the way. I'm sorry.
So do you call yourself an African American, bro?
He said he calls himself. He said he would establish himself as Bohemian.
You know, so yeah, I'm a paper saying I was born in the Bahamas. I'm a Bahamian.
Okay, so how are we negating everybody else? Stay on track, babe. I'm sorry.
You funny, Jules.
Are you a lawyer? So I would say the interaction, the way you speak to people, the way you put people down.
By calling ourselves American opposed to African American?
No, not that. But when you go after where you're from, where you born, are you African? It doesn't matter to me.
It does, and I feel like
I'm
feel
sorry
like
to cut you off, Edward, and I
go
promise
ahead.
I'm going to let you finish, but it 100% does matter.
To me, it
So
does.
how are we
I wanna
negating
work.
other people?
I want to work with people who are gonna work to get us where we need to get. And if that you those people, then I'm with you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to put you in no box.
Where do we need to get?
It's disrespectful the way you even talking about it, bro. Because
No,
we
but see,
simply
I
trying to
think
call the attention to some atrocities that happen.
Yeah. And if you and
specific group,
absolutely,
and you're saying that that's putting somebody down. Like, how is that negating from anything
no. What
else?
he
Like
what he's
bringing
saying,
truth to power.
what he's not saying is the whole negating part is like how we're trying to separate ourselves from being called Africans, right? He doesn't understand probably why we want to do that, but as an African, of course you're gonna have that stance. You know what I mean? Like, so I feel like that's what he's trying to say. I could be wrong, but
Yeah,
I agree, Nisha.
You on it a little bit. You on it a little bit. And no,
She on track. Don't try to minute her knowledge now. She know what she's talking about, and you know she's talking about exactly what the hell she just said.
Excuse
Can
me.
I speak to that a little bit?
If my sister says something very listen, I'm open to. Never mind. Okay, go ahead, my brother. Wow, that's what I'm talking about right there.
Hello.
Yeah, what's up? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, to me personally, I feel like what I say, the freaking
like the live, yo.
the sense of urgency that comes from this de-alienation, because it doesn't seem like it's a benefit that comes to being African American, because it's not like any of the countries in Africa has used any of their power in the UN, brought any atrocities to any international courts to fight on our behalf. So it seems like some of these first and second generation immigrants only want to be all together when it's convenient, when it's time to get some benefits.
Right.
Or when it's time to move forward, or when it's time to get some of the breadcrumbs that white supremacy kind of leave us, in a sense.
Well, no, I guess I'm a different kind of brother, because I'm a student. I'm a historian. I love the American history, and with Black Americans.
American history.
Sir, you got to read some old books for that, sir.
Yeah, well, okay, yeah, I have to then. Okay, but what I have though, what I do know is
books.
you guys have contributed the swag, the culture, the swag, the
That are coming out of your mouth.
everything. And so when I'm on other panels, I don't, even strongly African panels, I'm the same way. I'm like, no, guys, y'all need to know.
Even to the words that are coming.
On other panels, y'all need to join together. We need to communicate. No, when it comes to everything, we import all your culture around the world, and you don't benefit from it. So I can see why you're pissed. I would be pissed too.
We do benefit from it, sir.
How?
People that rap have money, sir. Do you not see them floss their money? That's how they get.
We're talking about wealth. We're not talking about riches, and they got contracts for years.
Is the money not riches, sir? It's all them diamonds and Rolls Royces, not riches. Each Rolls Royce is $500,000, sir.
Man,
Okay, Edward, I have another
360 for the
question.
rest of
Babe.
their life, man. Come
I
on.
have another question, babe.
Not all of them, sir.
Yeah, not all of them, but the
I just wanted to say to Edward, Black Americans, I mean, we have every right to define our identity on our own terms, right? And that doesn't mean that we're rejecting Africa. And I feel like a lot of these Africans come on these panels, and that's basically like they feel insulted. Like, why wouldn't you want to be called an African? Because we're not African, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and that's okay. That's okay.
I respect it.
I think Nisha and
I feel like y'all shouldn't be so butthurt behind it. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. We just want our own identity. That's it.
You have it though. You don't have to fight for it. You already have it. That's what I'm trying
to. When they call us African Americans, they're lumping us all together. Like, even when they say POC, right? Like people of color. I hate that. Because
this is what I'm telling you right now. It's just words. It's just marketing.
Words are important.
It is.
Wait a minute, Edward. Hold on, because here's that fence straddling again. Let's reel it in. I agree. I think Nisha and I are on the same frequency, because before I spoke, she said exactly what I was going to say. This is going to 360 back to the conversation when you said that we are negating others. Instead of saying we're negating others, just simply say you feel like we're negating the Africans. And the Africans are only upset because they can no longer benefit off of us, because we are no longer establishing ourselves as African American, which, in my opinion, and I feel like I'm speaking for America when I say this, Every time you hear about Black Americans, Africans specifically are the first to separate themselves from us. So why is it wrong for us to separate ourselves from Africans as well?
You know what? There's a lot of them who do that, and that don't make it right on both sides. And those are just ignorant.
Been straddling y'all.
I'm not. See, just because you don't like the answer doesn't mean I'm. Come on now. I've been open.
I can have my opinion. That doesn't make what you said any less valid. So just keep talking. You don't have to respond to me, hun.
But I was okay. I was talking and you threw that out there, so you know it's
I
gonna come.
apologize. I didn't mean to disrespect.
No disrespect at all. Hey, listen, they do it on both sides. That's all I'm saying, right? So I'm just here to put both sides together. You can be who you are. You can be who you are on the other side, but at the end of the day, if we don't put it together,
literal fin straddling. Do y'all hear what he said?
I was gonna also say,
At the end of the day, the Africans are in cahoots with the white man. At the end of the day, the end of the day, the Africans don't come over here as black because they know what black means over here. At the end of the day, they come over here as white tea, right? They push this black narrative on us. At the end of the day.
And I feel like
exactly.
this, like, why do they differentiate? Like, if you approach a Nigerian or a Ghanaian or whatever, and they say, "Oh, are you black or whatever?" They'll tell you straight up, "No, I'm Nigerian, I'm Ghanaian."
You know,
like,
and
but
you know,
y'all expect us to just accept the African. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get that.
Before y'all get too far, let me respond to what Ed was saying before about being a good person. That shit only take you so far, man. As you can see, everybody else sticks together. We the only race of people that decide if we should or if it's a good idea. Now, everybody else in all facets of life, they support their own race 100%. When we do it, they might call it ghetto. They might call it all kinds of bullshit. They call it ghetto and we got no class. But when one of them do it, it's record-breaking numbers. We the only people that don't full out support our people that be up here talking about.
Hold on, you know. No, they don't. They don't. Hold on. Now I'm the host, dude. No, they don't. You're not saying they don't. All Europeans don't get along. Like what? Like America wouldn't be at the state it's at if all Europeans.
You're missing the point. You're missing the point.
I'm not missing the point. You didn't even introduce yourself when you came on the panel.
Right. Have a little bit of respect for Darvid.
Yeah, I was about to say you didn't even introduce yourself on the panel. You just hop in the conversation, sir. Introduce yourself. Where are you from? What's your ethnicity? Introduce yourself. Hello?
I'm muted.
Is he there? Oh, he can get on then.
Here like that. Let him try again.
Now, folks gotta have some decency. Nah, folks gotta have some decency. He was muted. Yeah, I was about to say.
I'm still waiting. Edward, I'm still waiting on that up and coming city you was talking about 30 minutes ago.
You said this is the problem. That's the problem. Ain't no that's the problem. You don't just come up and start talking to people. Where y'all from? Who raised y'all?
So they're building a city in Benin. Is that what I'm getting?
So they're not building a city in Benin. The question was Spike Lee being ambassador, as African American to Benin, and I was saying I think it's a great idea. We can go there and check it out as an entrepreneur and somebody.
What will we do? Oh my goodness! Well, if Africa's the motherland, why do Africa need help? Because y'all don't
questions that need answers, can you?
Huh?
I need answers.
Yeah, on top of that, because y'all ain't got no colonizers over there. Let's keep it real. I go outside. I go outside right now, and I can turn my camera on and see a whole bunch of so-called colonizers. Let an African in Nigeria go do the same thing.
They're tribalistic, so
exactly. It's like
they colonize each other.
Can I say this?
They help push the narrative against us.
You could introduce yourself. You can introduce yourself.
Yo, bro.
Introduce so where are you from and what's your nigga? Where are you from and what's your ethnicity? The fuck? How hard is that to do? Where are you from and what's your ethnicity?
You keep muting me.
And where are you from? What's your ethnicity? I'm not going to tell you no more.
Hey, yo, bro, you a bitch ass nigga, bro.
I'm a bitch ass nigga.
Malcolm,
Fuck you, nigga. Fuck up. Get the fuck off, then, nigga.
Wait, like Malcolm, we on a panel, we having a conversation. Everybody is engaging. Let's just engage so that you can be a part of the conversation. We know what
niggas don't know how to follow. Niggas don't know how to follow simple ass direction. I told you. Introduce yourself on my goddamn panel. Where are you from and what's your ethnicity? The fuck is so hard about that? You say I'm like, I don't care about y'all weak ass feelings. Nigga, show some respect.
But disrespect, he can't, human type stuff.
That's that goofy ass. Never mind. I was about to. Never mind. New York is about to catch it straight. That's that goofy ass shit I don't like. Folks just be rude. Like, you just coming in, butting in the conversation. Like, show some respect.
But I definitely agree with Kenya though. Like, why would we as Black Americans want to go over there and try to set up shop when we know how they feel about us in a way? And then we sit back and think about it. If a country that's already homogeneous can't control itself, is able to be neo-colonized by outside, influencers, what chance do we have when that's not even our homeland? Like, it's asinine for him to want us to abandon our lands and land that we have in our family to try to go over there and build it up over there as if we don't know how white supremacy works.
And I'll tell you why they trying to do it. I'm looking at a documentary from 4 years ago. These fools picking cotton. They ain't invented a cotton gin like we did over however many long years ago. They're having issues picking cotton. They picking it directly. Okay. This is 4 years ago. They scrounging through. Okay, now come on now. Now there needs to be progress. That's why they need us to come over there. They know we done been through all that years ago. This is 4 years ago, man. Okay, take your entrepreneurial ass over there and help him out there, Duarte.
You know,
any tangible benefit that we have or have gotten from associating ourselves African Americans.
Africans, they often they want to have his whole thing is he wants to keep I feel like Africans want to keep a symbolic connection and unity, under the idea of, oh, we're all African people. But Black Americans, we want autonomy now. We want to define our own, experience and history and identity without being told by others who we are. So that's literally what they've been doing to us, since we've been over here. They tell us our name. They started calling us Negroes, and then it turned into, okay, now we're going to call them African Americans. And it's again, not all people of color or brown-skinned people are, from Africa. And I don't understand why that concept is so hard to get. That's another thing. It's I was on this panel. This girl was basically busting her out with facts. This is my family. This is what I did. I went to the census, and I feel like it's stuff that we do over here that they don't understand. Like the census, for example, you literally can put in your granddaddy name and see all the way back. You know what I'm saying, to how long your family has been in this country, and also see the race.
Yeah, and I don't even think that he even really.
I don't even think that they even have a census over there like how we had. They basically be like, oh, well, we're tribe. This is our tribe. This is where we're from. But that's as far as it goes.
Well, I say one thing. If that's where the African Americans are going and taking ownership and everything, it's a win-win. Because like I said,
African Americans, stop it.
Of the people that were exploited during the foundational buildings of America. That's what it's about.
Okay.
Whether it's ADOS or FBA, that's what it's about.
America was already built. Y'all need to stop that. America was already built, right? That's what those world fairs and stuff were about. It's been built over here, and did no descendant of no African SLAVE come over here and build nothing.
Hey, I think she's a little bit confused. Maybe she didn't hear my introduction, because I come from direct descendants from Newton County, Mississippi, the Choctaw Indian tribe. So I'm speaking about all of it.
Yeah, but you still think we came from Africa?
If your descendants were slaves
and we didn't descend from Noah
during America, I feel like that there's some tangible benefits. The same way the Japanese got some benefits from the internment camps. The same way that the Jewish descendants got reparations for.
Sorry.
That's not what she's saying. We were Americans well before then. You're going off of history, which you think a bunch of African people came over here, and that's not the case. It may have been like 30, 40, 50,000 or something like that, but that doesn't dilute the millions of people who are already here who built all of these structures all the way up until the 1800s, until they actually started making some changes and doing some deceit. But we are either the Americans or the Africans. We're not no FBA. We're not no ADOS.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh, okay. So maybe when I was talking about, did I exclude anybody?
Well, I'm going to say this: the FBA,
Did
y'all
I
got
exclude
on your
anybody?
website something
Did I
about
exclude
1526, and
They
y'all got
exclude
something on your
anybody.
website about 1526 on your FBA
It's
website.
not about no website. What do you mean? I do
your
not
whole movement
directly
is
agree
on a
with
website,
either those
right?
terms.
Your whole
I'm just
movement is
speaking
on
about
a
it
website.
about along the
And in
lines of the
1526,
ideology.
a Spanish conquistador came over here with 100 Africans that were not enslaved. They were part of the expedition. So are you a descendant of those people? I need to ask.
Yes, I have both of them. Did you not just hear that my grandmother out of
You're
New
descendant of
County?
those 100
No, let
Africans
me
that
finish
came
because
over
you asked
here,
me a
not as
question.
slaves, but
Let me
to come
finish
over
because
here
you're asking
and
me a
conquer
question.
the native
Hold on,
Are
people.
you gonna let me
one
answer the
mic.
question? Is she
One
gonna let
mic.
me answer the question? Because she asked me, was I a descendant of those people? And like I said, I have the argument on both sides because I have Choctaw Indian in my family, direct. All right. I still have her daughter living here in Memphis, Tennessee, that's born in 1932. She's 93 years old. Okay. I have direct descendants that I'm able to talk to. So I hear what you're saying, but I'm not one of those that's only trying to leave it on African descendants. It's about all of the people, native or African, that were brought over, that were exploited. That's all I'm saying. That's all. I'm talking about all of it. That's it.
Brought over
The
where?
ones that were already here in America and the ones that were brought over on slave ships that were exploited. I'm talking about all of the above.
Proof that they were exploited, because if you're part of FBA, those 100 people that came over here weren't exploited. They were on
Did she not just say I was both of them?
They weren't
Did she not
slaves.
just say both of them?
So you came over here not as a slave then. You came over here to conquer with the Spanish conquistador. Is that what you're telling me?
Who said who was I believe that you're giving your opinion on what FBA is, and you're not asking.
I'm going on your website. Y'all got a whole maroon flag talking about 1526.
What
All
is
right,
she?
I did my
Hey,
research
why is she
on what
trying to talk
happened
to
in
me like I'm the
1526.
spokesperson for FBA when I said FBA and ADOS? Like what are you talking about? I'm talking about the people that are making the argument on the mistreatment that happened to them in America. Anything else outside of that, she just trolling and didn't merge. I never said I was
I'm asking you questions that you can't answer.
ADOS and FBA are exactly the same thing. So to say you're including them is not saying, that's not what she's talking about. You're including African slaves within our story, and we're saying that's not most of our story. Now, maybe you have one that you found a slave. Hopefully you got a slave ship manifest document, or hopefully you have some kind of document that states that that person directly came from Africa, Nigeria, the Goree Island, or someplace directly on paper. And you're not just stating that because you're part of FBA and you're just kind of pro-black and you're joined in and you're like, I accept all Africans and Indians and anybody else. You're just kind of going with the narrative like everybody else. We're looking for paperwork, sir. Paperwork.
Theology. I mean, not no ancestry DNA test. We want to see who your fifth, sixth, her name, who she married, where was she at, where did she pass away at? Not something that you spit in the tube and they make up the algorithm and say this is where you are. Back with Martin Luther King, right? All of a sudden, this man became our leader. Where he come from? Just like all of a sudden now y'all got this one guy that Tyreek or whatever his name is. He's y'all leader. It's the same stuff.
Is she here to disparage MLK? Because I might be in the wrong. Hold on.
Yeah, MLK was
like what
are
do
you
you got
talking
against
about?
MLK? Like why are you speaking ill about MLK as if he did something wrong?
He integrated us. He helped integrate us. We were better off segregated. What are you talking about?
Did you hear his later speeches? He apologized and said he led his people into a burning house.
Too late.
Did you not hear him say everybody makes mistakes? So what are you talking about?
That's like somebody.
Like
that's
we
like
can
somebody
apply the
pulling out a
perfect
pew pew
standard. Like we can
It's
apply
like
the
someone
perfect
pulling
standard
out a
to the
pew
Native
pew
Americans as well,
and then
bro.
said, "Oh, I made a
Like y'all
mistake. I
talking
shouldn't have
about this
pulled it out." I'm
paperwork
still not
stuff.
effing with you.
Nobody on the chat has paperwork. Nobody has video chat. So we're
What
all
you
just
mean?
speaking about what we think.
No, don't say that.
Ain't nobody pulled
Don't
nothing
be
up.
got don't.
Nobody pulled nothing up. I ain't seen nothing.
Oh, you want to see something? Here, I got you.
Okay, cool.
I think that as
We
far
just
as
had
like
like. Go ahead. Just go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think that with the whole MLK argument, I think that just like what Cedric was saying, like he did,
Something here.
Just go.
I think that just like what Cedric was saying, like he did, come back and say that he led us to burn. But I don't think that he really, out or anything. And even when I was younger, I remember my mom used to say like, integration was the worst thing that could have happened to blacks, right? And I used to be like, why would you say that, right? Like I want, kumbaya, all of us should be together. Now that I'm grown, I totally understand what she was saying. But I feel like the stuff that he was fighting for, it wasn't necessarily to be in their spaces, but it was just like equality, and then that kind of is what came with it. But yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, yeah, Martin Luther King. I don't think we should really talk bad about him at all, to be honest.
How many Indians do I have to show you, boss? How many do you want to see? Let me show you several of them real quick. Let me show you several of them paperwork. Let me show you real Shatas, okay? Let me show you both Freeman and Cherokees, okay? Let me show you prominent names like Love with Love County in Oklahoma over the whole Chickasaw, who have a third of Chickasaw County, Love County in Oklahoma. Let me show you Roller Scott. Let me show you Chief Watkins. Let me show you their paperwork where they was actually with the Department of Interior. I need to get it off my other one so it's not so blurry, where they talked about their dad being a chief and being a full-blooded Indian. Let me show you paperwork, sir, okay? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, don't get
Hey,
Samuel
truth be
started.
told,
He's
bro,
got
you can pull up
plenty.
anything you want, bro. That still don't make me believe what you saying. What we talking about?
All
We in
right,
the world
who
of
cares?
AI, brother. I don't believe you. We all giving our
So
opinion.
you say let me
Nobody
let
gotta
me
see
see
your
paperwork,
answer.
and
You
then when
don't
you show
believe the
paperwork,
word.
No,
You just
because
don't believe the paper. So what do you believe?
so where is the
I don't
seal? Where's the
understand.
state seal? I need to see it. I don't know his government
a
name
state
himself.
seal, sir, on Dawes Rose paperwork. Do you think they actually put a seal on it, or have you ever seen Dawes Rose? See, you're saying asinine things because you just don't know what you're talking about. And that's understandable when somebody just doesn't have that much education on the subject and you haven't looked that far into your own history and made an actual fucking tree yourself. So you're just going to say asinine random things to make it seem like you have some education, but really you just have school textbook knowledge.
Yep, and you're falling behind a leader that said y'all were African. So if you're African, there's no ethnogenesis. That never happened. You're still an African. So stop. Now, if your African ancestors mixed in with an American Indian, that's unfortunate, but it happened, right? This next time, breed up.
Yeah, I hear what y'all saying. I hear what y'all saying.
You're
Hey, that's a
following a
good.
whole.
Hey, I hear.
You're
Hey, I hear
following
what
a
y'all
whole.
saying.
You
I
got
hear
a
what
whole
y'all saying.
leader.
But I still, but I still can pull up on what 123 acre plot in Decatur and a 60 acre plot in Baldwin. So I hear what y'all talking about, but
I can pull
y'all
up
ain't got no. You know what I'm saying? Them type
5,166
of land
acres.
grants, bro.
I can
Y'all ain't
pull up
moving like that. Y'all just on here
Hey,
talking.
Lance, hold on,
You
hold
really
on, hold
don't
on,
even
hold on.
sound black, bro.
We
Come
got
on
it.
here.
We got it. All right.
I'm not black.
My folks got acres. Hold on, my folks got acres in Virginia, dude. Like, y'all people ain't the only one. My folks never lost their land. They ain't had to get no land grants. They ain't had to get no land grants. They never lost their land. So.
And I can also pull up land that my people still have in Harris County, Georgia. A guy that's on YouTube, his name is Sidestep Adventures. For some reason, he likes to go around Georgia and Alabama, around our graves and stuff, right? And he did a whole series on my third great grandfather, who was the richest black man in Harris County, Georgia, right? But he supposedly was an SLAVE worth what $430,000 in that time, which is $13 million today.
I'm lost about what Cedric did. I'm trying to understand what was the issue.
He FBA.
Anything, whether it be paperwork, what you say, what people show
No,
you.
I'm saying, but like, what did he? Because he said that he's from Mississippi, right, and or Georgia. I was on the phone, so I got a little lost. But what was the issue?
He's FBA ADOS, really highly on the FBA ADOS train, basically.
What's the FBA ADOS train?
People who believe something without doing their genealogy, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you can believe the ideology that Africans came over and they mixed in with Europeans and they mixed in with Indians that were black here, that, you know, Tariq Nasheed and Dr. Claude Anderson and all of them. Well, Claude Anderson didn't throw that in there, but he just said we're Native Black Americans. But for the most part, if you can believe that ideology without actually doing your paperwork to see if you actually have Europeans in your actual ancestry and Africans, then that's just kind of going off of what somebody said.
Okay. See, this whole, like, even this terminology, like, I'm still new to this. So ADOS is American Descendants of Slavery, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Got you. Yeah, I feel like that's the easiest way to prove if you're really an FBA. Can you put in your name in the census and can your tree pop up? If not, then, you know.
They're scared of genealogy. They think they're gonna get reparations. That's why they keep claiming this FBA stuff.
Also, I got
like somebody like Edward, who basically who was born in the Bahamas and then grew up in Miami. Like, he probably, I mean, his lineage, like, he doesn't have that, right? Like, his ancestry, he didn't have any, because they're not part of the census until they moved to Miami.
Yeah, you're right. It probably wouldn't be. So I don't want anything. I'm just here to maximize my talent on this earth. So I agree. You guys should get it all. Get it all.
Yeah, I was gonna say that some of the people I was showing, I don't have time, I gotta run, but the people I was showing were Indians. Some of them were Indian slaves. And I've been showing a lot of documentation and old books talking about the Indian slave. So to talk about African slavery over and over and over again is to erase Indian slavery.
Right. Now, I will say this. Let me ask you this: as far as like being Indian and, you know, the Native Americans, I know, like, on my mother's side, there are some in her family too, and a lot of them, you know, they were moved. I want to say it came during the Trail of Tears, and a lot of them were, you know, moved to different reservations, and you know how they own all this different land and casinos. I want to say it was a time where it was like they also kind of denounced Black people because they don't want us to have, you know, if we can prove that we are who, like, you know, as far as like Indians, I feel like they don't want us to have land and, you know, all the different stuff that they, you know, own. Like, as far as okay, like how you, Samuel, for example, like, you are descended from them. I know a lot of people,
they don't own land. They don't own no land.
Well, I mean, they have like reservations and stuff, and they also have different types of like
fee simple land. That's leased land. The government's leasing that land and they living on it. They don't have.
Okay, well, I mean, like, let's say if you wanted to go to college, Samuel, if you can prove your lineage, I forgot how much it was, you don't have to pay for school or like pay for taxes if you buy a house. Like, they have those type of perks that Black people should be able to tap into because a lot of us have lineage just like Samuel. But if you see what I'm saying,
Samuel's the original people. When people attached onto Samuel's lineage.
Okay, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the perks that Native Americans receive that a lot of Black people should get that we don't get.
Right.
Honestly,
Yeah, I
don't
get
think
you.
Black people
You understand what I'm saying, host?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I feel like for example, I forgot what it was because I have a great aunt, like basically my grandmother's sisters, like her children, some of them didn't even have to pay to go to school or pay the taxes on their houses because they were able to prove that they were native to this land. And I feel like a lot of people, a lot of Black people, you know, have the same type of lineages, but, you know, if we all would approve that, they don't want us to have that type of, you know, those type of perks that they get because we are Black, or, you know,
I'm not Black.
Okay, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Because these Africans are gonna attach on to that black word.
Also, it's not fair that other tribes who aren't recognized don't get those same type of things. So that's really accepting erasure by accepting the few tribes they allow to get these things, and they ration them out certain goodies.
They may have erased the quote unquote Black Indian. Like, let's talk about that. Like, you know, the ones that are on the reservations don't look like you, don't look like me. You see what I'm saying?
They be hiding them. Like they be on the reservation. They just be hiding them.
A lot of them are not because they won't let a lot of us into their reservations.
I
Now,
was just gonna say that I visited one, and I was like, you know, they all look like Hispanics, you know, Latinas or Latinos. That's what they look like to me.
Yeah, for sure. I get, but they do be hiding their dark skin
They do.
people.
They do, and they deny it. They deny it. And like I'm saying, if we were to actually do our research, right, and like, you know, how Samuel has his tree and everything together, and we were able to pull, you know, this information, they would have to legally give us our rights.
And also, there's a lot of them in Boston too, like the Wampanoag are really dark-skinned Indians, man, up in Boston. So,
Yeah, the Wampanoag, yeah.
Yeah,
and
like
I can.
if you have a house, from my understanding, if you're able to prove it, I forgot what the whole stipulations was, but yeah, if you have a house, you shouldn't pay houses for, I mean, you shouldn't pay no taxes for your house, and the education should be free.
these people are okay. First of all, most of these native tribes now are corporations, right? And or PMAs. They can pick who their members are going to be, and so they don't have to accept you, even if you are original person from this land, because it's their personal PMA, their personal corporation. Like I tried to get into a tribe because I got proof. My grandma's still alive, 90 years old, right? I got proof, but they're giving me the runaround, so they're not taking anyone that's over 6 years old.
I wanted to. I got more than enough paperwork. I had a best friend long ago that got in, but it's just I'm a zealot. It's not something that I'm looking for. But I mean, for those who want to do it and get the little goodies, I mean, hey, I'm not against it.
Yeah, and I would try to see what you can do as far as like what you could get, bro.
Yeah, no. Because you're gonna be under their rule.
Yeah, not me. I'm really more trying to connect back with the real Choctaw tribe who got state recognition not too long ago in Louisiana, St. Tammany Parish. So if I'm connecting back with them, just because they don't have no money doesn't mean I don't want to be. I'd rather be part of a tribe that ain't got no money. That's the real thing.
I feel you.
Yeah, because the FBA states on their the BIA states on their website, being federally recognized is not based on your ethnicity or your race. It's just based on a political relationship with the United States. They have a special relationship with the United States. So
I ain't tripping.
No, I was just saying, like, you know, like your children, for example, you know, they go to college and stuff. They should be able to get something, you know, if you can, you know, that's just what I'm looking at. I feel like, you know, it's a lot of rights that we should have that we don't even, you know, get or we don't know about. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, they're not gonna get.
I feel like the government, I think, and I don't know, I ain't done a lot of research on this, but I think a lot of those treaties that we set up maybe in the beginning, we supposed to be getting paid. We was getting paid. If not, we were supposed to still be getting paid for them being on our land. Like we're not supposed to be taxed. They supposed to be taxed, and we supposed to be getting their bread. And they living here, setting up government, setting up shop on our stuff. And I think over time they dissolved that because they didn't want our people. Our women was getting those payments of land monies back in the day when they was in the Indian tribes. The money was going to the women, and they kept trying to corrupt and take unalive the men and take the women for reasons of that nature.
Yeah, I thought that was backwards. Like, how is it that we have to pay taxes on our own land and then the foreigners don't have to pay anything? Like, that's crazy.
Because this is a foreign government. They're gonna take care of their own.
That's facts. Well, we need to get back in control of our stuff because they should be the ones being taxed on our land.
For sure. Well, yeah, I'm gonna be back on here, y'all. I'll talk to y'all.